Everybody loved him. Hundreds of people would be by the courthouse, and he, put up his finger to the government, and that's it. This man is dying, and you still have him in solitary confinement. He was tied, his feet to the bed, and his hands were tied to the bed. People want to question if my father was weak or tough. He had a severe kidney infection. He was sick. He didn't get to see a doctor. By the time he got off the bus, he was covered in blood. If there was ever a time to become a rat or something, it would have been then. No, instead he fought 5 trials. Eli has never had any conversation with my father. You lie about my son? Like, this is how sick they are. I defend my family. I think I do a pretty good job of defending my family. But other people defend my family also. I don't ask them to do it, but they do. Hello, everyone. How is everyone tonight? Let me say hello. Hello, Cousin Paulie. Hello, Carol. Hello, Minnie the Moocher, Victoria Young, and Mike Wall, Tina Orlando, Jane Perry, Mike Wall. I said already. Let me see. Carol Quill, how are you? Carol? How are you, Carol? Mary Peterson and Paul Clinton, Montauk, Pain like Bane. Let's see who else is here. Hello, Peter. Hello, David Hunt. Hello to Montauk. Did I say hello to you already? Well, if not, hello. And if I did, hello twice. Let's see who else. Hello, Pallado. Hello, Aegon. Hello, David Hunt. Hello, Danny Trio. How are you, Danny? Danny, I heard something about you, which I know is not true, because I know that when you were 18, you did not live in Florida. Isn't that true, Danny? Yes, I know that you did not live in Fort Lauderdale, Florida at 18 years old. But people will just keep on lying and lying and lying. Hello, Rara. Hello, Bill Jordan. Hello, Keeping It Real. Hi, Tim in North Carolina. Hello, Toxic. How are you, Toxic? Oh, look at this. We have a Lefty Guns doppelganger. Hello to you. Hello to Joe Zabata. How are you? Hello, David James. Damien, how are you, Damien? Thank you for coming on last night. And MRE deserting me with all men. Let's see. Hello, Aldo. Hello, Maureen. Hello, Ron Gross. And let's see, who else? We can't forget the ones who don't come in the chat. Hello, FBS. I know you're there. Hello, Mob Rats One. Let's see. Hello, Arlene. How are you? Yeah, I thought so, Danny. I know exactly where you lived when you were 18. Let's see who else. Mob Rats. Hello, Boot Hill Crew. How are you? Let's see. Rara said. And keeping it real. Whenever you hear from certain sources, believe the opposite. 100%. 100%. And I hope Robert from Convict Inc. hears this, because Robert, I don't believe a word of what that other side says, because I know our conversations. So you just really seriously have to just ignore them. Hello, Devil. How are you? Hello, my friend Angela. How are you? Hello, Paul P. Hello there. There's there's my friend with her new avatar and banner. Hello, all things home with me. Uh, hello, Lori Love. Hi, Angel. Sorry I missed last night. Work gets in the way of my time on here, but I'm always here to support you. Happy birthday to little Chucky. Hope she's feeling better. Little Chucky is feeling better, a little better than she was yesterday. And thank you very much, Lori. Um, she's coming along. She slept right next to me. I watched her all night and all day, and she's finally like walking around, and she even went downstairs and came back up, so she's doing a little better. Yes. Okay. So hi, Graves and Zip. Zip, how are you? I am going to drop the link. I'm going to drop the link. Angel is on nice and early. I can listen on the way to work. Beautiful. Yes. Thank you, Graves and Zip. Yeah. See, now it gets dark earlier. So now I went and I fed the cats already. And yes, you do. Yes, I do, Danny. I fed the cats and put the light in there with him. So as long as all that is done, I can come on earlier. Oh, I see the other side is here with their fake accounts. Just block them. Hello, Zio Lesso. How are you? Hi, Callie G. How are you? And how are you, Mr. Fork hit the table and I ran out last night?
Well, I'm glad you called me Mister and not Mrs. As you said, your words were, he left me alone with all the guys. Like I was another girl. Like I was one of the ladies down there.
I didn't mean that.
So I'm very hurt. I don't know what to do. I'm ashamed. No, I'm not kidding. I
I
was
didn't
all
mean it
taken
that
back.
way.
Like, what does that mean? I'm not one of the girls.
No, I know. That didn't even make sense. I'm listening to myself right now. It did not make sense. But whatever. You still took off on me.
I had to run. There was a lot of things to do with the fire station. But first, before I tell that lovely
Yeah.
story, I'll say hi to Lori Love, Aegon, David James, Zio, Alessio, Callie G's, Maureen Finkel. How you doing? Pain Like Pain, Montauk, Danny Trio, Oliver, Paul P. Where's Paul Clinton? No relation to Hillary. Don't see him. Talk from
You.
masculinity to keeping it real. Devil Salerno. Angela, how you doing with the cool hat? I see Ron Gross. Them kids. Skinny Razor. Who else do I see? There's Paul Clinton. I knew he was there. He is not related to Bill nor Hillary.
No, he is not.
There was a rumor, Irish Mob, how you doing? Ghost, how you doing? Carol? There was a rumor going around that he was Hillary's nephew. I said,
Uh,
no way. I said, no way. It's impossible. Roger Clinton wasn't around at that time. You know, Roger, he did a lot of, yeah,
yes.
bad guy, Roger.
Yeah.
Minnie
Please
the
hit that
Moocher.
like button. I'm
Yes,
sorry,
hit the
Emma.
like, Mandy, everybody else, please hit the like, Minnie Moocher. Please
Yes.
gently place your finger on the like button and press on it. Or you can violently just smash the thing. Because I'm going to grab a coffee and I'm going to be quiet.
Are you really? You're actually going to be quiet?
No, not at all.
I didn't think so. Hello, Oliver Sutton.
Yeah, I
Um,
am going to get a coffee, though. Now, my
oh,
dog's
go ahead.
eating his
Go
bone.
get it. Go get it. Go get
You
your
hear him eating the
coffee.
bone?
Yes.
That is him eating a rawhide bone.
Very nice. Hello, Ronnie Franco. How are you? Uh, What?
Did you just say Jose Canseco?
Who?
Jose Canseco?
No, I did not. Let's see. Angel, you are such a great mother, staying by Victoria's through the night. Oh, you betcha. And thank you, Mary. But yeah,
I was.
I wasn't leaving her side, not at all.
Oh, God
It
bless
was
all the good
actually
moms
good.
out there.
Yeah, it was actually, I was so against her coming home because I was so worried. But, because of the dogs, they jump on her. They're very spoiled, her dogs. She's always got to pick them up and she's got to sit on the floor when she feeds them. So I was worried about her coming home. But she actually my couches recline. So I put a nice big fluffy um, comforter and brand new fluffy pillows and stuff. And I fluffed her all up and we reclined her back, and the dogs didn't bother her at all. So it was perfect. And I was on the other couch next to her. And she set her alarm for 5:30 to take her medication. And so meanwhile, she slept through the alarm, but I was up. Now I was up at 5:30 and I woke up. Oh, you did wake up? Oh, she took her medication. That's right. You're right. You're right. She was talking to me. She took her medication. But then you went right back to sleep and I was still up. That's what happened. I was still up.
The prisoner better follow the rules that the warden makes.
Yes, the warden.
And
The
God
warden.
bless all the good moms out there. I was also blessed with a real great mother. When I was sick, she put me in a home and left me there.
No, she did not.
No, she repeatedly beat me with bamboo.
No, she didn't. What?
No, her mother was always good to me. Wonderful
not.
mother. And good for you taking care of your daughter like that. God bless.
I have to jump in the shower, so wait about 15 minutes before
Right,
you.
here's the thing, though, keeping it real. Don't jump, because if you jump in the shower, you could slip and fall. Just step in. Everybody says that, I'm going to jump in the shower. And I always think, listen, you're going to jump in and you're going to slip. So technically, people must stop lying about this. You're not technically jumping in a shower. How you doing, Jane Perry? I'm not a girl. Trust me. Oh, when you jump in a shower, no one jumps in a shower, because when you do, you slip. Sorry, keep it real. It's just one of my pet peeves. Irish Mob, how you doing? Love the skull. Mike, hello.
Okay, so Aegon Targaryen, for anyone who is interested, my live is all set for tomorrow night at 9:30. Everybody, yes, tomorrow night. Wait a second there. Hold on.
Oh, count me in. I'll be over there. If you want me to join, I'll join him and talk about the House of the Dragon.
Yeah, we got Caneshades at 10:20.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we're going to be going back and forth. Caneshades. Friday night is Caneshades at 10:20 or 10:15.
I thought he was going on at 3 p.m.
No, you did not.
He said that to me.
No, he did not.
He did. He sent a raven. A raven came this morning at the Citadel.
Thomas, please, Angel, give MRE's award for creative dance. I don't want him to lose that angelic singing voice. No, I hope Jane is back, or Keeping It Real is back in time for my Turd, my Golden Turd Award.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Was it Keeping It Real? Who asked me to was it Keeping It Real? And meanwhile, Keeping It Real, if that was you, you're still here. You asked me to wait 15 minutes before you jumped in the shower. I hope I'm getting it.
Stepped in the shower.
Ghost says, I already know who you are, Danny. You just have not figured out who I am yet. Yeah, okay. They all do that, Danny.
Man, I got some Annie Wilkes going down, some stalkerish Fatal Attraction stuff in the air. Pretty creepy, but what are you going to do? That picture is horrendous. Oh, my God. How you doing?
Oh, Amy Winehouse. I get it now. Oh, I get it
Wow, he
now.
looks just like her. Wow.
I
Amy
get it
Junction.
now.
Wow, looks just like her. That is an amazing call. What a great call that is.
Wow.
So I would say safe at first base. Charles Sullivan, how you doing? Teresa, how you doing? Sassanino. Collins Avenue Predator says, hello, Angel, MRE, chat. Pretty funny
But
avatar.
who is that avatar? I like that
All right,
avatar.
that's my cousin Tim. Tim had a rough time when he lived in the woods and his parents fornicated with other pheasants, and out came him looking like that.
Hello, Facts Over Feelings.
How you doing, Facts Over Feelings? Joey D in the place to be. Is there going to be anarchy? I don't know. It's a nursery rhyme I heard as a young chap. Damien, how you doing? No word yet that Providence body that was exhumed last week. All it was reported says a 92 mob hit. Really? Oh, interesting.
How come they're keeping the name of the person secret like that?
I have no idea. Maybe they have some informants. I'm not sure. Or maybe they don't. They don't know who it is. Maybe it's someone with no teeth or no DNA. It could be somebody from Mars, Pluto. Anything could be happening.
Yeah, it's really strange, right? A whole week.
Yeah, I'll take care of that better than you. Place that. Oh, yeah, there's no place like home. Who said that?
Yeah.
Where does that come from? There's no place like home. There's no Dorothy, Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Down the yellow brick road.
Hello, baby girl Wendy. Hello, King Tonka.
How you doing?
Hello. I don't even know. Scorned how eyes J Eugene Crow today withdrawals. What?
Have a drink, drive with kids, beat your wife, live with mom.
Oh, rape whistle docked some guy nobody knows. I don't even. What does that mean?
That means maybe our whistle was giving out personal information on people that he don't even know. Just putting it up. He's the doxing queen. Young and mean.
The doxing queen. That's good.
Doxing queen, ugly and mean. Started ripping at 17. Yeah, very sick person. The doxing queen.
That's funny.
He can dox. He can rip. It's actually not even funny to make fun of Ripper jokes like that, but he is Uncle Junior the Ripper.
Hello, Assassinino.
How you doing, Assassinino? Wonderful videos.
Yeah. Hi, Paul P. Hello, old school Mike. How are you? You know who I haven't seen? Old Blue Eyes.
Oh, he was on tour, I heard, over in Europe. Yeah, he was singing that song, The Summer Wind, and the wind just took him and blew him up over the pond. Forget about it.
The reason why I was I bring him up is because I was watching a few old streams that I've done on here, and one of them was a few of them. Well, one was with you, the interview that I did with you, the first real interview that I did with you, where you were not hiding your identity.
Oh, when I came out as the Lindbergh baby.
Yes.
And they found out I was the Lindbergh baby.
Yes, that one. And I watched a few others, and I saw Old Blue Eyes. So that's why I was thinking about
that's him. Life. You know, you're riding high in April, shot down in May, then you're back on top in June. That's life. So hopefully we see Old Blue Eyes around.
Yeah, I haven't seen him, but hi, King of Queens. Hello, Angel Cake. Yeah, I see you pay attention.
That's a cool car. Very cool.
Yeah.
Or a truck.
Mothers go that extra mile, taking care of their kids. They are the goats. That's right. Thank you, Thomas. That's right. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm going to show some of it tonight. Caneshades' new video. I'm going to show a little snippet.
He's been putting out some good stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna show a little snippet because I want Caneshades. I want everybody to go watch it so he still gets the views. Caneshades always lets me share anything of his, but I
He
want him
told
to
me
get
if
the
I
views.
shared one more thing, he was going to poison me at the next
No,
family
he did
gathering,
not.
at the
No, he
family
did not.
outing. Seriously, because he's my third cousin through marriage.
Oh, good. Okay, Aegon. All right, very good. Aegon's gonna change his live tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. That's good. So now we're not torn. We will watch you at 9 and Caneshades at 10:15, 10:20. Okay?
What about me? Jeez, what
Are
about
you
me?
gonna go live?
No, no, not at all. I just felt like acting like a little kid saying, "What about me? What about me?"
Yeah.
I hit
Uh
my head a long time ago, so don't worry.
you what?
I bandaged it up. I have a few staples, but I love that Rottweiler. Look at that Rottweiler. Wow,
Oh wow.
that's a nice
Yeah,
Rottie.
that's
What is he
nice.
chewing? Is that a Kong toy? One of those Kong donut things?
It looks it. You
Yeah,
have
it
to
looks.
make sure you take good care of your kids. My son tells me to remember he might be the one that eventually picks the nursing home I go to. I know my daughter will take care of me.
Well, you ever
That
hear a thing of called feral grandmas? Feral grandmas? Well,
uh
feral elderly, where there's feral elderly people that live in the woods in these communities. It's pretty unreal. They all got together and they even like chose a king, and they have a king and everything. They didn't
what?
go the democracy route. They did not go the democracy route.
Well, look who we have here. This is a surprise, surprise. And who better to have when I give my gold turd award than Lee Cole?
Am I getting it?
So
What's going on, guys? I had to come up here because the three people they don't want to see together are us three. So it kind of works out,
Oh, that's true.
you
That's
know?
true.
the triangle of terror,
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true.
the three horsemen of the apocalypse.
So, what's going on, legal?
With I'm sitting here with the Yankee game on the side here, waiting for Aaron Judge to get up, see if he can hit the 61st home run tonight.
Oh wow,
And
really? 61 homers he's going for this guy? See, I don't know nothing about sports no more.
Yeah, he's going for 61. He'll be the all-time home run non-steroid champion.
Really? That's amazing. Non-steroids. Because you know what? I don't consider McGuire or Sosa Ugats in my book.
Or Bonds. Yeah, those three.
Yeah,
They
all
got
Bonds. Yes, all
yeah,
Bonds.
they got an asterisk next to their name.
They should have one because
Yep.
the steroid thing was terrible. I remember that year. I used to be a rabid sports fan. Forget about it. 98. I was man. I was watching that. Everybody had over 50 homers. The guy Ken Caminiti had 50 homers.
That was an exciting season. The year that Sosa and
It was.
it was exciting. You got to
I
say
will
that.
give them that. It was. I remember somebody brought my uncle McGuire Sosa pitcher. Like it was, but it was the roids and it ruined it. It was fun while it lasted, but it was over. It was just terrible, terrible.
Yep. And so now he's going for his 61st, and if he hits his 62nd, in most people's eyes, he'll be the greatest home run hitter ever.
Yes,
really?
because like I said, those guys have asterisks, and that's cheating. So they're not really home run hitters like that. Now, does steroids make you a better player? Yes, it does, but it doesn't.
Yes.
If you still hit a ball, no. But still, it makes you stronger, more powerful.
Well, it quickens your eye and hand coordination also.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
Oh
that.
yeah, yes, it
Oh, wow.
does. And if you know how to take it a certain way, I mean, that's why you'll see guys all of a sudden start hitting 330 back then that were hitting 260 because their hands are quicker and their eyesight's sharper.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought it just helped with power and strength and like keeping them healthy too. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
total cheating. They should take their names right off. They should wipe that season away, in my opinion.
Well, they accept anything in this world now. Soon they'll put them in the Hall of Fame.
True.
Yeah, unfortunately.
See, I don't follow sports no more. I still love the game and I play them and I watch Little League games, Little League World Series, but I can't watch the main NBA, NFL, or MLB no more, and it's very sad. Hopefully, I can maybe watch the World Series when it comes around. But forget about it. I couldn't even name one player in the big leagues nowadays. When I was a kid, I could ramble off every player, every team. I can remember anything from the 80s and 90s, but anything in the last 15 years, I can't watch it, sadly.
Well, I have a mob genre of fantasy football league. Matter of fact, Caneshades is in it, and he didn't change his lineup last week. But well, the only one in the league. I like to say something about Caneshades real quick. Caneshades, I wanted people. I put up these shorts. Caneshade makes them for me, and they're really, really good. I don't have those type of skills, so he's got a lot of skills to make these things, and he's been good enough to let me put them up. And I would say to anybody, please go sub to his channel. I'm gonna talk about it more often on my channel because I don't give him enough credit for what he's been doing to help me.
Caneshades is the best.
Yeah, he's got a big heart. He's a good dude.
Yes, he is. Yes, he definitely is. And Caneshade says Mob Tube novella, new episodes drop every Thursday on my channel.
That sounds
on his channel.
That sounds interesting. Besides the he gave me after lunch as a kid in school, I think he's a great guy.
Caneshades is pretty clever too because he puts his short down, he'll get 300 on it, and then he'll go, Lee, put this up, I'll get 2,000 on it. And and that's the deal we made because when Caneshade puts these things out, especially going after the rats, he wants as many people to see him as possible.
Yep.
And the more people that can see, especially Jimmy Calandra.
Hello, Sons of Italy.
Hey,
hello, American Made.
Cool avatar. What's up, American Made, too?
Hello.
Was that really him on that horse, like getting those bucks and stuff? Because I watched it a few times on YouTube, like people wrestling the stairs, and that's pretty dangerous, jumping off a horse and grabbing like this like small calf with horns and ripping and throwing him on his side. Guys get speared in the arm. There was one guy who was literally missing half of his arm because the horn ripped through it. So I'd like to talk to somebody who's done that. This looks pretty interesting.
You ever see the movie 8 Seconds, the true story about the rodeo champion that got stabbed in the liver and died during the rodeo?
No, but that's fascinating, that stuff. So it's like bullfighting to me. I don't agree with it, but it's fascinating that these people will get gored. I like seeing them get gored by the animals.
And I'll tell you what, I think bull riding is a lot more dangerous than bullfighting. Because you're literally there with the bull. Bullfighters get to run a little bit. When you're riding a bull,
True, and get away. Yeah, I think it's sad how they kill them bulls. I just like when the bulls gore them. So I'll watch things like bullfights fails, and it shows the bulls getting even and running horns through these guys, and it's pretty interesting.
And that's the great thing about rodeos. Those bulls don't get killed. They keep those bulls because they're mean. They want them angry. They want them bucking. And
they treat them pretty good, I heard. They
feed very good, very good.
It's just to ride them, so they're not hurting them. They're just riding. If anything, the bull's kicking the crap and the hell out of the human.
Oh yeah, it's payback. It's payback the white man that day.
Oh, Pelato says running with the bulls in Spain is on my bucket list one day. That's pretty. I've watched that also, dude. That's some cool, fascinating stuff.
Oh, not me.
But now they're going to start changing it. Did you hear the news?
Well, people get gored. Like I seen a bull knock somebody 20 feet in the air. It was pretty cool. Like he hit this guy like in the buttocks, and the guy flew 20 feet in the air. It was freaking nuts.
Bradley says, "Hey, Angel and friends, wish you both every success. Respect to you both. Those clowns have been ripping into my friend Rob Rosso. He would probably appreciate some support. All the best." He has our support.
Yeah, I've made video support, and
I want to bring something up about that. So I heard that Rob is, of course, along with everybody else, being accused of listening to me, being what's the word I want to say? Being
paid by you.
A
being
ruler?
yeah, being ruled by me. And once again, the weak side has to come up with that one after he defended me all this time.
Oh, you were
That
accused of paying them also. Everyone you spoke to,
exactly.
anybody you ever spoke to on YouTube, at one time or another, you were accused of hiring them or paying them.
I get a phone
Lee
call.
Cole was the first one.
I get a phone call 6:00 in the morning. It's from Angel, and she says, "Lee, this is the way it's going today. I'm going on this time. You're going on this time. I don't want no crap, and I'm not paying you this week. You just do as I say."
First of all,
At least you didn't get the shock collar. I got the shock collar.
Oh, do you?
First of all, when I call, I say, "Hello, Lee Cole." Do I not?
Yes. And then you go, evil, evil, evil.
No. Listen.
Yeah, I don't even get a phone call. I see. I've never talked to her on phones. I actually communicate with her in a very funny, crazy way of leaving comments on videos that are so old that Father Time could find them.
And only we know which ones they are.
Maddie, I'd like to say hi to Maddie Marinero, because there was one in here that called me a fat chomo, a fake Maddie.
Oh, a fake. Yeah, Maddie wouldn't call nobody a
Maddie
chomo.
would never do that. Maddie has a wrench. Right, yeah, Maddie has a wrench. So
yeah, if you see them come in, mods, block those people that are faking people's names. Block them.
Yes. And that's who rules me, MRE. See, he makes the demands in my chat.
MRE is MRE is like if you're a mother and you got kids, he's like your favorite kid.
I'm like the tag along. Yeah. I'm the little orphan kid who made friends with your kids, and you felt bad for me because I was eating scraps on the ground, and I'm the feral little kitten that you give porridge to.
Yeah, and the real kids all feel upset and because she pays all this attention to MRE.
Well, I get extra spaghetti, extra sausages,
and everybody else gets SpaghettiOs in a can.
Yes. They're eating SpaghettiOs in a can. I'm having pot pie.
Yes, listen. Hey, Lee.
Listen, I bring a red apple. Every time I come to school, I bring a red apple.
That's right, he does. And Lee Cole, in case you didn't hear it, maybe when you get off, you could rewind and hear how I say, "Oh, and look what a nice surprise this is, Lee Cole."
I heard you.
Okay. Yeah. So stop with the middle child syndrome.
No, I'm not the middle child. I'm the one at the end. I'm the one they kick out of the house first. There's always a kid that the parents kick out first. That's me. I'm out the door. Matter of fact, when I leave, I come home, the door's locked. I can't even get in.
He corrupted me. He corrupted me as a child.
No.
Hey, Don, how you doing?
All kidding aside, please hit that like button, please.
You know, it was one of the funniest times I had on stream was that time. It was me, you, and Tanya. You remember that time when she was telling us the Gigi Gorgeous story? That was probably one of the that and a few times on Angel's channels where I laughed the most.
Have
that
you heard
video in these channels right here. You remember? You don't remember that? It was me, you, and Tanya. She was telling us a story about Jimmy Cheeks and Gigi Gorgeous.
Yeah, how is she doing? Did you hear anything?
No, I haven't heard nothing from Tanya in about 8-9 months. A long time. I hope she's all right and everything's going well. Her channel's going too.
Wow, yeah.
But she said she was only doing this for her studies, like to help her with school and stuff, and she wasn't going to do this that long. She only did it for fun. So,
I love when she tortured Jimmy A. Light.
Oh, that was the best.
Yeah, I remember that night. That was funny.
How about when he was on your channel and he told you before, he's like, "Can you say that I've been with a lot of women?" He's a weird guy.
No, he's been with 1 million women.
Oh, 1 million. That's right. Imagine saying that to somebody.
Yes, that's like 130 women a day. No, not even more.
It's some sort of insecurity where you need to like be looked at as some sort of playboy or something weird. The deep insecurity for someone that would say that.
Yeah, he's like, "Yeah, Lee, I've been with 1 million women. Make sure you tell Tanya."
Oh my God. Oh my God. Hello, Frankie. Hello, NB. And
Oh.
Assassinino is starting a series, The Rat Squad Files.
Interesting. What's up, NB? Assassin, that's very interesting. That sounds great. A series, Rat Squad Files, and we got the Caneshades novellas. That's a good idea for people to do stuff like that.
Yes.
And you do great work on those videos.
Yes. Just give me 1 second. Hold on.
I see Ian. How you doing? Natas, Natus. How you doing?
Ian says, "I've been with 2 million women."
That's what he said.
Yes.
Oh, what a stick puppy! Yeah, Cheeks. He. Someone said he was on a show recently or something, but I don't know if it's true or not. Or a podcast or something somewhere. Someone left a message on my channel.
Well, he probably calls John A. and says, "Hey, can I come see you?" He'll go, "Yeah, I'll call you back." He never calls the man back.
No, Cheeks is he's treated like the Indian, the little kid in the cupboard who's stuffed in the cupboard and never let out. He doesn't get to go with his brother on all the luxurious trips around the world.
His brother's living down in beautiful Tampa. You never see Jimmy Cheeks down there.
Never. Oh, when he goes to these countries and stuff, he brings Michael Dowd.
Yeah, no, that's his boy right there.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, Michael Dowd puts chocolates on his pillow. unless Jeff Nadeau goes with him, then he puts Jeff Nadeau on their pillow.
Spanky will fit in his pocket. Kathy, how's it going? Gianni.
I seen that Aaron Judge, another walk. They won't throw the guy pitches.
Is NB still here?
I don't know. I didn't even see her in the chat. I just heard you say her name, so I said hi.
Yeah. Hold on 1 minute.
Yeah, Agon Tagarian, do you know who Jimmy Cheeks is, who we're talking about?
A lot of these people
hold on.
Because Manchetti said, wasn't Tanya supposed to be NB? No, if everybody remember, Tanya used to come on the channel and talk all the time and stuff.
Yeah, the myths they make here, the stories that come up. NB's my daughter. They still believe she's my daughter.
That's insane.
Is she still here? Is NB still here?
I don't see her in chat.
Oh, okay. Because she was here.
No, I told her to go home and take care of the kids.
No, you did not.
Yes, I yelled at her. I called her up on
you did not.
On my phone.
Bradley Nichols, thank you. I didn't realize the guy next to you is Emery. He's all right. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Love how he gives it to you. The proper rats may respect to you. Oh, Max respect to you.
Oh, Max respect back.
XXS says, "Lee, she is your daughter. I know this." Okay.
She said hi, Dad, so she must be.
Yes,
Of course.
She must be. Wait, I was just looking for something. Hold on. And then my friend, please hit the like button, please.
Yeah, Redzilla, that is funny, dude. The Amy Winehouse thing is hilarious.
Yes.
Look at what Amy Winehouse means.
Can you imagine that woman drank herself to death at such a young age?
That's so sad. What talent she had.
Yeah, she was a very talented lady, a good voice. But boy, I thought it was drugs. It wasn't drugs. It was alcohol.
No, it's alcohol. She drank herself to death. You know how hard it is to drink yourself to death?
But I thought she was a drug addict.
She may have been, but when her autopsy said she died of alcohol poisoning.
So was that her thing of choice? Was alcohol her thing?
Yeah, big time.
She was very talented.
I think that I only know one song, but you could tell she had a good voice. Don't Let Me Go to Rehab song.
Yeah, exactly.
In the middle of that area. Oh, Ken Griffey was great. Griffey Jr. was great. He had the most natural swing. If he didn't get hurt and hit the wall and break his hand that time, forget about it. Griffey was great. He was just hurt for so many years.
Lee, are you on the juice?
Are you on any juice?
Yeah, I'm on prune juice.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, I got like a gallon of prune juice.
I have some apple. I have some apple juice in my refrigerator.
Oh my
Apple juice
God,
is
my
my
back
favorite.
hurts.
I put
What's
the
your
prune juice in
favorite?
I put the prune juice in a needle and shoot it in the vein of my neck.
Hey, what's going on? Oh, Dean was on there. Really good. That's great news. Good, good. I'm glad
Oh,
Dean's
I didn't see it. I missed it.
the more shows he gets on and stuff, more helps his channel. He's a good guy. Go sub to his channel.
Yeah, please
If
sub
you're
to
not sub to his
Dean.
channel, if anybody's in here, go give his channel a sub and follow it. Very interesting story. Interesting, good people.
Yeah. Let me see. If anybody, yeah, you think so? If anybody deserves to be in the Hall of Fame,
Yes,
it's
Pete
Pete
Rose.
Rose.
Well, I
Oh,
say
that's
Pete, of
horrible.
course.
That's
Yeah.
horrible. what they've
Charlie
done to that
Hustle,
man.
he played with every fiber in that guy. He just played like it was the last game every game. He was
You know what the problem was with him is he kept defying them. It was like if he just kept his mouth shut for 10 years and didn't
Yeah.
keep gambling, they would have let him in. But he just wouldn't shut up. He's
You're gonna think when you
now,
make enemies with those guys, you know that when you
Yeah.
make enemies with these sports reporters, and they're the ones who do the voting. You
and
make
when he
enemies
dies,
with them.
they'll put him
Yeah.
in after he dies.
Yeah.
And they said that they're going to wait till he dies, then they'll put him in.
Spaghetti Ragetti.
Dave Rigetti. He was another great ball player.
Yeah.
Dave Rigetti.
Dave Rigetti.
Getty Rigetti. Danny was just in the chat, and Danny was just on with Lee on the other night, right, Lee? Yesterday, or the day before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll probably be going on tomorrow at 6, just so you know.
Andy Kim, I think you're on the wrong place because we don't talk about that crap here.
Yeah.
And it's killing them. There's that bit. It's killing them to see your
You're
show
still here.
successful. To see you and Danny successful and doing good. Your channel is growing like crazy.
Yes. Every video we do gets really good numbers now.
Blow it up. Your numbers, you're flying. That channel is going to be flying. It really is. And that makes them very angry, these people. Instead of being happy for somebody and saying, God bless, jealousy and envy is a terrible thing to have.
They want to try to call you a cheater and minimize your what you're doing. And that's the part that sucks. They don't understand that in this genre or in any genre on YouTube, you got shows that sometimes grow overnight. Look at Sammy Gravano, and when those guys came on, their shows, like he got 100,000 in 1 week.
Yeah, sometimes it takes people a little while to hit their stride. And not only that, you're not well known like Schmeagle the Child Killer.
Exactly.
So, like,
Plus, they got the monies, they got groups, they know.
and now that Social Blade, all you gotta do is look at Social Blade. You can tell when numbers are fluked up. You can tell.
And
obviously,
and these new shows like that, like Sammy when they come on, or Michael Franzese, they got the companies that know how to work the SEOs and get them all over the place. They got experts that do this to get you in the system.
Exactly.
What's going on with our shows now? It's called front page. A lot of our stuff winds up on the front page. And that's the most important thing when you do this. If you get on the front page, that means you are in the algorithm. We've been on the front page maybe 5 times in the last 2 months.
Wow, I don't think I've what is I don't even know the front page. I don't know if my channel is.
What does that mean?
Okay, I'll give you an example. Like when we did videos on Sammy, they put us next to Sammy.
All right, so when you type in Schmeagle's name, use pop up is what you're saying.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Same with John A. Light. They put us next. John A. Light did a video calling us child molesters and got 5,000 on it. We put up a video talking about when he got beat up, and we got 30,000 on it, and it's sitting right next to that one.
Yeah,
Right
and all
next
that
to
does is destroy their credibility when they say that, because it's not true and it can be proven so easily it's not true. It just makes that looks like the boy who cried wolf. So now when they do find a pedo one day, no one's going to believe them. And look, your video blew their video away.
Exactly.
Well, these are
And
two middle-aged, old bisexual, nothing against bisexuals, God bless. These two bisexual men running around the country, blowing coke. These are sick people.
I'm at the age now where I'm just a lesbian. That's it.
What? Everybody, could you give a sub to Tina Orlando so she can go live, please? Give her a sub.
This way, Tina Orlando, leave a comment on my channel so I can sub to it. and I'll sub
Yeah.
to it with my 2 channels, and I'll get you there. Just leave a
And-
comment on my channel before tonight's over.
And same here, Tina. Do it with me, and we'll make sure we do that.
Yeah.
So I got my 2.
Same
Well, I got
here.
3 channels: the
Same
dog
here.
channel and my 2 mob rats channels.
Well, I just started the second channel, but it's on wrestling.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'll sub to it and check it. I'm not a big wrestling fan, but maybe if something's on
Well,
there.
it's not. It's about the dark side of wrestling. How they destroy these men. They die when they're 40.
That's interesting because
Yes,
I've watched stuff. I've watched that show before on the Iron Sheik and Jake Roberts.
Yes.
That
And
was
so
interesting.
I know a lot of people in the industry. I'll have a lot of good interviews, but I'm going to talk to wrestlers that have been neglected by the business. They can't walk. They're crippled by the time they're 40. They're drug addicts because they live off of speed, because they do 300 shows a year.
Yeah.
And jumping off ropes and
Did
doing
you see that
stuff
movie, The Wrestler? How accurate was that, Lee? In your
very,
opinion?
very, very accurate. That's why it was such a great movie.
Because especially the wrestlers who don't, even the ones who make it big, their bodies go through hell and torture. But wouldn't you say the more like upcoming wrestlers, the ones who get used as cannon fodder and all that, they take it really bad?
All of them. I mean, the greatest wrestlers take the most steroids, and by the time they're 40 or 50, they're shot. I mean, they get like superstar Billy Graham couldn't, when he turned 45, he couldn't walk no more.
Really, 45? Not so. Wow.
And a lot of guys are like that. Now it's different when you take steroids because they're much better at it. Like Sylvester Stallone, he does steroids, but you know that he knows how to do them right because
He's probably got a professional like trainer, roid guy. Manchetti wants to say, "Oh, Ted DiBiase, you remember him, Lee, right?"
Of course.
All right. Now, my grandmother was an old Italian lady, right from Italy, but loved wrestling, loved it. She believed it was real. And she used to scream at the television and say Ted DiBiase was a poor excuse for an Italian, call him a spaccone, and yell at the TV all the time. She hated him.
I dropped my son's link. I'm sorry. I dropped my son's link. Please give him a sub. Please. He's a gaming Twitcher.
How many subs does he have?
He's got like 4 and change, but he has a lot of followers on Twitch. So now he twitches. He streams on here and Twitch. So he needs some more subs on here.
You remember the movie? You remember the show where Betty White, someone talked to her about a Twitter, and she goes, "What's a Twitter?"
Oh, Rose?
Yeah, exactly.
Betty White. Yeah, God bless her. She passed away. Oh, God rest her soul.
Yeah, lived a long life. What a beautiful. Yeah. When she was a young woman, she was absolutely drop dead gorgeous.
Drop dead gorgeous. Bruno Sammartino. Yep, him too. Yeah, she was drop dead gorgeous.
I actually know. I was good friends with Bruno. We used to talk all the time.
Really? No kidding.
Yeah. Yep.
My grandmother loved him.
Yeah, he lived in Pittsburgh. We talked maybe 1,000 times on the phone.
Yeah, my grandmother loved him.
Yeah, we became very good friends.
Yeah, she loved
he's
Bruno
dead now,
Sammartino.
but American
Made wants to know where's your Hulk Hogan hat, Lee?
Oh, today I got the black on. I want to look like a burglar. Danny and I are going to go out burglarizing things.
Oh, you know what? You know how ridiculous that is? I heard that a story that he read about Danny, and meanwhile, the person that he was reading about, it was at 18 and of Fort Lauderdale. Now, I know for a fact Danny did not live in Fort Lauderdale when he was 18.
Listen, they're so crazy. They even put up a
it's
thing
so
about
ridiculous.
It was a black dude. It was some black dude. Like they tried to say.
Yes. That was that little creep, Johnny Mack. He put up a thing saying that I was a 38-year-old black man. If you read the charges, the guy's first name was Cleveland Lee Cole. So he puts it up and says it's me, and I kidnapped some woman down in Fort Worth. And all you had to do is pull it up, and it would say, and they even had the picture of the man. But they knew it. They did it on purpose.
Yeah, of course. They don't care. Karen says, yeah, there is a way to do that. The memberships, I believe. I don't know too much about it, but
yeah, I think that's the way that Convict Inc. is going to go. I heard him say that.
Well, if you got enough subs, it's smart. But if you don't got enough subs and stuff, and people that watch, you're not going to pick up new people because It's hard. Well, I don't know too much about it, so I gotta learn more about it before I speak. Actually,
And I like to say one thing, Angel, if you don't mind. I put the link to my second channel. If anybody wants to sub to it, I appreciate it.
Yeah, go right ahead, Lee.
And that's going to also be a backup channel. You never know when you're going to need a backup channel. You know.
yeah, I got a backup also. I got 1,000. I think over 1,000 subs on my backup channel. I think it's 1,200, something stupid like that.
Well, I'm going to be interviewing a wrestler that everybody knows in about a week on that channel. But I got to get to 500. I'm almost at 200. So if you.
Well, like I said, drop a comment on my channel with that channel and say, hey, this is me, Paps, and I'll go sub to it, my 3 channels.
Yeah, Angel won't do that for me because
I won't do what for you?
She's all about Angel.
Well, us feral kids got to stick together against the warden.
Oh, she'd do it for you. She'd be out there telling everybody to put up MREs, but not me.
Cuban B, what's up?
I share your shit, Lee Cole. Stop. Lee, I was going through some of my old whatever you call these things, stream shows, whatever.
Right.
And there was Lee Cole, you this, and that, and then there was hi Lee Cole, then there was Lee Cole. We had and then it was hi Lee Cole and Danny Trio.
we had our ups and downs, there's no doubt. MRE, do you remember when we went about a month going at each other? It was like, and out of everybody, I dread going at it with MRE because he'd do these shows, these knockdown shows for an hour, and I'm like,
because you would laugh with him. I just saw what Caneshades put up today, and I was cracking up because I remember that. Would you just crap in your pants, EX2?
Yeah, I just wouldn't turn him on. I pretend he didn't exist. I'd be like, oh, no, he doesn't. I don't know him. I would like this. No, I don't hear you.
But I got to tell you one thing. At least with MRE, he would feel guilty afterwards.
Yeah, and so I did too. I'll be totally honest with you because it's Caneshade that caused all that trouble for me. Caneshade, and then he ran like a little girl. He said, "I'm out of here, Lee," and he left me alone to take on MRE.
I wouldn't say he caused it all. I would just say it was a big misunderstanding.
I
was actually kind of sticking up for Piggy in a way because he's like, "Why do you have this guy in here?" It was just a bunch of and then I had trolls coming in there dropping all stuff. And he's like, "Look at all this crazy shit being dropped in here." So it was just like a big thing that turned in. But hey, Dean, what's up? But everything, it all came out good in the end, and people are real cool. Kane's one of my good buddies on here. I have a lot of respect for him. And me and Paps always been cool. We had our moments, but I respect Paps.
Yeah, no, that's true. But you would feel a little bad afterwards.
Yeah, I took it down.
Yeah. Dean is here.
Yeah, I seen Dean in the chat. What's up?
Really?
Yeah, make sure everybody gives this channel a sub. Drop your link. If you haven't subbed to the channel, go check it out. Some cool, interesting stories.
Hi, Redzilla. And if Dean ever wants to come on, you just have to say, drop the link, Angel. But first, I want to I just want to show everybody something, and I want to hand out my Golden Turd Award. Would you like to be on the screen while I do this, Lee Cole and MRE, or would you like to run like hell?
No, I'll stay right here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not driving. I didn't drink.
Okay. So I heard that somebody put up a thumbnail thinking it was going to irritate me. Their exact words were, yeah, I did it just to irritate Angel. Now, the only thing about this that irritates me is how stupid you are and how stupid you appear to everybody.
Wow, that's crazy.
So
I never thought anybody could make my grandfather look ugly before. That is scary.
dad went from handsome to what the fuck?
So, Mr. Fat Bully, you are the winner of the stupidest comment of the day award. And in case you don't know what that is
He knows
a
what that is.
that is a piece of shit.
That's not a Hershey kiss, okay?
No, it's not a Hershey kiss.
No Hershey kisses. It's not the gold Hershey kisses.
No.
If it's worth anything, he'll take it. You don't have to work for
So
Theo, what's up?
that was quite the opposite. It didn't irritate me at all. It actually made me happy because it just showed people how obsessed you really are with me. It just shows that you are obsessed with me. You always were, you always will be. Look how you behave. And all because I liked MRE better than you.
What else?
And that's it. So that was my little my little presentation for today.
The level of cringe is just out of this world.
Yeah, I think so.
Like
Really, seriously ridiculous. Oh, so now let's show Caneshades. I want to show the part of Caneshades that I told him I wasn't going to play the whole thing because I want everybody to go watch him. But let's see. Lee Cole, you okay there?
Why wouldn't I be?
Oh, okay. What are you staring at?
I'm reading the.
Are you staring at the numbers, Lee Cole?
No, I got two screens up.
Oh, David Argenti says he has 310 subs right now. Oh, cool. Thanks for subbing, guys.
Who does?
Damien Argenti.
Damien has
Good.
310? Very good, Damien. Okay, so let's show everybody Caneshades video. Little Chucky is eating like crazy. Thank God.
What is little Chucky indulging in?
I made pork cutlets tonight.
I see that, Damien. Lee is watching OnlyFans.
I made zucchini and I made mashed potatoes, which we did not eat the mashed potatoes.
Oh, sounds good.
Yes.
You must be a good cook.
I try.
I'm gonna choke.
She said she's gonna choke. Yeah, I try.
Please don't choke. That's not good.
Please don't. Please stop laughing.
Please don't make her laugh. She said she can't laugh.
Please stop it.
She cannot laugh.
Yes, Graveside.
Okay, can everybody see this?
Yeah.
Okay, the reason why I'm showing it from here is because
Gotti pitches.
these two Bopsy twins with the Gotti behind them.
Topsy and Turvy.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, because he on the left with the big, large pimple on his forehead is mad at Angel. So he on the right ripped up his Gotti poster.
Oh no.
All because he is mad at Angel because Angel likes MRE better than him.
I gotta show my face now. I have to. I must. I gotta get comfortable with it. You know? Because I don't even like. I'm old school, though. I don't do FaceTime. You know, I don't like looking at myself like this. You know, I don't like it. You know?
Oh, you're telling me? Look at me.
So,
It's a fucking disaster.
oh, I know. And trust me, I lived in Queens, New York, in the fucking 80s and into the 90s. And I'm telling you, New York City fucking loved you. When he was on trial, the whole fucking city gathered. They were
Wait, so let me mute. You hear it okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's talking about, you two are talking about my dad.
Oh, okay.
Everybody was behind them. There's yellow ribbons on every tree. I mean, you know what I mean? And
I think
I think every stand-up man in the universe respects that man because the man was a man of integrity. And you have to respect men of integrity. And he was a man of integrity. If you don't like him or not, but listen, this guy never told on nobody. He went and suffered. This guy could have.
Now, do I have to keep stopping and talking?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Been hiding in a hole like Gravano and have been out free, he'd be still alive. He would have got the cancer treatment. He would have kept all his money. Nope. He says, this is who I am, and I'm going to walk it to the end. And how can't you respect that?
Yeah, there was a story, and I don't know if it's true, but knowing who John Gotti Sr. was, I'm quite sure it was. They said that when they told John Gotti Sr. that he had that cancer, his exact words were, well, better me than a 6-year-old. That right there says everything you need to know.
Hi, Angel.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
I get so confused with this. I was trying to use my phone again. For some reason, it wasn't working. How are you? Thank you so much.
Of course, Angel. You know.
Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. Listen, I've been so sick over all of this because I never ratted out. I keep getting accused of things that I never did. I've never done anything to this man. I don't know why he is trying to torture my life. I don't understand what his problem is. I don't pay anyone. I don't tell you all what to do. I never told him what to do. I never tried to control anyone's show. I don't have all of you getting money from me. This is so insane. But listen, I have to say one thing positive comes out of all this, and that's that I'm going to start my own channel because I can't take this. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Life, and you cooperate on your friends, it's over with.
Oh, that's interesting. I can't wait to go watch that on Kane's channel. I see how fast you're muted, Angel. See how fast things change and how things change.
Yeah. So now let me tell you. So I lost my whole freaking train of thought when I was gonna say on that. He was the one. He did a whole show defending me, and that was part of it. He defended me about. All I'm gonna say is this. I'm just gonna say this again. He knows who ratted out Gene Barillo, and it wasn't Lee, and it wasn't me. He knows who did it. So, and he was all for me starting my own channel. He was, oh, I love you, Angel. Angel's a sweetheart. Angel's this and Angel's that. So everybody who didn't know how this all came about, this came about all because I liked MRE. And that's it. What do you say to that now?
I say, yes. You didn't call up on Gene, and neither did Paps. It was definitely look at my avatar. I do everybody. I call everyone. 100%.
But it doesn't matter what you say around here. It's always going to be the way people want it. You know, the story they want to put up is always going to be the right one to them.
No,
Yeah,
exactly.
You could show them like what kind of cake did you eat? It was a green cake. You can show the cake and they'll say it's blue. That wasn't the best analogy, but it was something.
And they both, the two of them, actually loved John Gotti. They still do, because I'd be damned if I wanted to spite somebody. So I would put my face inside Gravano's body and picture. So you only do things like that when you how can I explain it? He still idolizes my father.
You don't idolize something or someone for all them years and then get in a fight with one of their family members and don't like that. It makes no sense. You know, what is number one? What does he have to do with you on that level of him liking him for whatever reason he did, you know, and his family liking him and driving by his clubs and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, someone just called Rosso's.
Yes, they did it to.
I mean,
It was Jimmy. He did it to Gene. It was Jimmy.
But what they do is
Everyone
they dog whistle, then people will do it for them.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
dog whistles do it, but when the dog whistles don't work, trust me. In my opinion, the helmet picks up the phone. It's a fact. I know it. I know for a fact the helmet did it. I know how the helmet works. The helmet called up.
And who called Chickies yesterday?
Exactly. When they don't like somebody, what do? It's the same move every vermin or rodent ever did in history. They call up your probation, parole. That's how they do that. You don't see us doing that stuff. I would never do that to somebody. That's even if I hated him, I can't stand Tonto. I can't stomach him. I would never call his parole. I can't stand the helmet. I would never call the helmet's parole. That's just weird. There's just certain things you just don't do. But the helmet does. And it's just so coincidentally. And Chicky don't bother nobody. That guy never says nothing bad about nobody. He might give us a little opinion here and there. He don't bother nobody. Why would you do something like that to that guy? That's disgusting. And Karma is a son of a bitch. And when I mean in Karma, God don't sleep. I know a lot of you atheists don't believe in God, but he don't sleep. And if maybe you don't believe in God, you know the Buddhists believe in karma. Well, what you put on this universe comes back to you. And it sure does.
Can I answer this question, American Made?
Yes.
I'm looking forward to watching the videos on your other channel. What do you think about Dark Side of the Ring? Dark Side of the Ring, when it first started, was good. And now, the problem with it now, though, is one of the main guys that produces it is also involved with the WWE. So they can't do it honestly. And so that's why the third season kind of sucked because that WWE has their input in that series now.
Oh, so they can't really tell the true stories and stuff.
They talk about other people from other organizations now.
Gotcha.
You know, because
yes.
I'll give you an example. They talked about this woman, Nancy Argentina, the second season, and she was murdered by a wrestler, Jimmy Snuka, that Vince McMahon covered up. And it's an amazing story, but you know, they didn't convict the guy. They didn't go after the guy and arrest him until he had Alzheimer's, and it was too late.
Wow. Oh, Superfly Snooker. I remember him. Rowdy Piper used to beat him up with coconuts and stuff. He beat
his girlfriend to death in Pittsburgh and took her to the hotel, back to the hotel, and she literally died at the hotel. And then he calls up the police. They come. They call Vince McMahon. He comes into town, and the thing squashed for the next 30 years.
No, you don't, man. You can go live.
Yeah, he's got. What happened?
I says Fu Manchu can go to the end of the road, go into the tunnel, talk to the little elf, find out.
No, you did not say that.
I know. He said he needs a couple of hundred subs to go live. No, you just need 100.
Is that all you need to go live? Is 100?
All you need is subs. All you need is subs. Everybody. Oh, no, I'm kidding.
I can't take him. Wait, seriously, how many subs do you need to go live?
I think just somewhere
100. I believe it's 100.
Yeah, you look at Tony. He's always changing his channel, and then he's live right away. So
might be 100.
Yeah.
But don't you need like a certain amount of hours or something like that?
Yeah, that's it. Yes. You need over 100 subs and you need 4,000 of watch hours live on YouTube. So if you
that's before you can get monetized.
Yeah.
So does that mean 4,000 views?
No. Watch time, minutes.
Oh, and how do you know that you have 4,000?
You just check your stats. And then YouTube will let you know. But Tony Pizza doesn't care about that because he doesn't care about getting monetized because he'd rather have people send money to his Cash App. So to him,
they got so many people striking him and hitting his channels that there's no point of him trying. They would never.
They probably wouldn't even let him monetize now.
Oh, so they probably would, but you got people striking down people's channels. Yeah, that's an old one. You're way past in the list. You got to go down.
What are you talking about?
Chicky said hi. Day Ghost is there. Yeah, you put that up before. You got to go down more on the comments.
Wait, what? I got to go down more?
Yeah, you're putting the same comments up.
Wait. Oh, am I? Well,
Yes.
I believe MRE's videos went front page when he did the Tonto video. That video would pop up when you type in the defendant's name.
Oh, really?
Quite
I didn't
possible.
know
Oh,
that.
really?
Yeah, but you got hot at one time where you were getting like 10,000 a view and stuff. I mean, a video.
Not many videos. Only if some of them have that. Not many. I think I got the most views I got. I think it's 22,000 on an Leto video, and a couple of Leto videos, and maybe the Tonto one. That's I don't really know. I keep track, but something like that.
Danny and I in the last 3 weeks have had three videos over 20,000.
Wow,
And,
good.
yeah,
God bless.
and and you just never know, man. It's amazing. Everybody laughs when I talk about the algorithm. They just don't get it. Until they get it, it ain't gonna happen for them.
Well, the algorithm's everything, but things pop up.
Yeah, what I would like to tell people, what you need to do is, if you're not sure, like American Made and those channels like that, what you do is you go to pull up the videos on YouTube. I mean, there's a lot of information out there. It's amazing what I learned from those videos.
What
Here's
videos we
Dean's
talking
book.
about?
The videos that tell you how to make your channel get out there more, have more people look at it.
Oh, well, what's it called? The tutorials.
Yes, and there's some people out there that, like, I go to this one woman. Her name's Catherine Manning, and she started 2 years ago. She has 500,000 followers now, and she gives out. She always tells people how to do things, and I listen to a lot of stuff that she says, and it works. Not like it worked for her. I mean, she has like 500,000. She just bought a new house.
Yeah, but if they know the algorithm and they know the little tricks, why not check it out and see if you can pick up on some things?
You know, a little trick I learned is, when you heart, you always should heart everything in the message board, and every month unheart it and put new hearts. Because
Damien.
it goes back out and people watch it again, and you get more views.
Oh, really? When you put the hearts on comments?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because then you unheart it a month later and put new ones on.
Wait, what are you talking about? First, Lee Cole, it's Damien Schreitz. I hope you well. I promise I'm not outside your window anymore.
I seen that the other day, Damien. every time I think of you, Damien, I think of Damien walking up to me and giving me one of those leg kicks. You know, on the side where you see the wrestlers fall down in the ring.
Like a drop kick?
No, they just kick you in the side of the leg.
Oh, that's like a karate move.
My! Let me tell you something, dude. I was watching on Tuesday nights. They got this thing called the Contender, where these young kids come up and they can make it into that UFC contracts. And I seen this one guy get kicked in the side of the leg. He could barely walk, and he still wanted to fight. He couldn't even walk out the ring.
Where did he get hit? In the calf, or where?
Right in the calf, right behind the knee.
Oof. They say your knee is the worst thing to ever, like, especially for an athlete. It's worst
amazing.
Injury is your knee.
People don't realize what these guys do to each other's legs. They just batter each other guys' legs, man. They can't even walk after the matches.
That's got to be tough. Picture getting kicks constantly to your shins, your knees. The next day you must feel like wow. Waking up the next day must be brutal.
And
so
then
I
you go.
anybody who gets in that ring.
And
Anybody
when
who
you
goes in those
fight,
rings,
yeah,
wrestling, boxing, whatever you want to call it, whatever. I respect anybody who gets in any sort of ring and does that.
Those guys are real warriors.
It's a gladiator stuff.
Without a doubt. Hey, I remember when I was young, if anybody ever told me that someday they would have these fights on TV, I would have said you were nuts. Imagine in the 80s, Angel, can you imagine in the 80s, people said you could watch men beating the daylights out of each other in a ring like this? What,
What, like the MMA?
Yes. I mean, that's something that you got to remember when it first came out. The very first UFC was held in Denver. Nobody else in the country.
Shamrock guys? Lee, was that the Shamrock brothers?
No, Shamrock wasn't. No, that was Royce Gracie was in the first one.
Oh.
But Denver was the only place in the country that would allow the fight. No other states would allow it.
They must have been worried about people dying, getting real hurt.
Yeah, exactly. Things happening. But now New York didn't have it. New York was the last state to come through, and
Oh, Caneshades says, can you please drop the link? Sorry to cut you off.
Well, I would love to.
I used to watch UFC back in the thing. I lost that with the one right there.
yeah, the first couple UFCs were great because they were so mismatched. They put a really good fighter in with a bad one, and you watch the bad one get his teeth knocked out.
Wow. Oh,
Now the fighters are so evenly matched.
and someone said, yes, they called Convict Inc.'s parole. That's disgusting.
Yep, they sure did.
Doing that to people like Helmet. Come on, man. Helmet and pals. Don't do that. That's just disgusting.
It really is. It's such a listen.
Whoa.
I'm gonna say it again. I told everybody, stay away, stay away. The people calling POs on others should be cited for false allegations of nothing being done wrong by the parolees.
They should. Yeah, they should trace the call and find out who did it and charge those sons of bitches for that, honestly, and make them pay some big fine.
Hello there, Caneshades.
Hello, everyone.
How are you?
Hey, we both got glasses on, Shades.
Yeah. Caneshades for my Miami Hurricane stuff. Lee was right in the beginning with this whole MMA thing. Remember, you had to go to Blockbuster Video. It wasn't on pay-per-view. You had to go to Blockbuster Video, and it was actually in the adult section, all the way in the back, to get the UFC 1, UFC 2. So it was kind of like you couldn't get a hold of that stuff. You'd have to go to rent it and on all that stuff. So it was like different back then.
It sure was. And it was something new in 1992. I mean, it was just something new. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
But in the first UFC, the first two, the smallest guy in the tournament won both of them. Royce Gracie. He weighed 180 pounds, and it exposed a lot of stuff. It exposed this whole taekwondo and karate stuff. Yeah. It exposed that wait a minute, jiu-jitsu is the real thing. It proved that wrestling is the most dominating thing that you can know in the UFC ring or in the MMA. All the sports mean a lot, but if you're a great wrestler, all you need to do is take the other guy down and you'll beat him.
Yeah, everyone was shocked when Gracie was just getting these big guys and just putting them in little holds. And a lot of people thought it was boring, but that's how it is in real life. Everyone thought this whole taekwondo and all these martial art movies and then this UFC kind of exposed that it's really not like that in real. Yeah, it's really not like that in real life.
The realism of combat and stuff is not like that.
Exactly. So I decided, I think last night I decided I'm gonna do a series every Thursday. It's called MobTube Novellas, and it's gonna come every Thursdays. And I want to document this whole MobTube stuff. I want to document it from the beginning all the way to now. I'm gonna have like 5-6 seasons, and I'm going to drop it every Thursday. And the reason why I'm doing this is people's parole officers are being called now. So I believe that everything needs to be documented. All of this needs to be documented. So I dropped my first episode today. I just dropped the trailer for the second episode for next Thursday. And I'm just going to document all of this because everyone is saying, oh, but this happened 3 months ago. Well, guess what? You could go to my channel and you'll see what really freaking happened.
Exactly.
People want to lie, well, you want to lie and stuff. There's videos up with proof, so it's like.
Hey, Angel, you're only 180 away from 5,000.
Oh wow!
What do you mean 5,000 what? 5,000 subs?
Yep, you're 180 away.
Well, I have to be honest. I have to thank Convict Inc. Because of him. I got a lot of his subs came here, which I appreciate. You did as well, a lot of your subs too, and pretty soon I will be having a whole bunch more.
Awesome.
Nice.
Well, when I do my interview that certain somebody says is never happening. Now my daughter had her operation. She just has to heal. I just have to take care of her, and then I can do it.
I hear you're going to be interviewing Howard Stern's Angel.
No, no, because he and I would get into a fight.
Yeah.
He's gonna bring Robin with him.
Yeah. Well, I kind of like Robin, but he and I would get into a fight. I used to get so mad. I used to drive my kids to school every day. So and my son insisted on putting him on in the morning, and I used to have to listen to him going to the school. And I used to get so mad because he was. I felt he was such a. I don't know. He didn't.
I'm an Angel show right now.
Did
I'm
she
an
beat
Angel
him,
show right
Robin
now.
Quivers?
You didn't mute yourself, Lee Cole.
Will you call me back? Okay. Yep. Going back in about 30 minutes. Okay. Thanks a lot, my man.
What you got going on, Lee?
What you got going on there, Lee? We heard you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Did Robin Quivers leave Howard Stern or no?
Huh?
No, Howard Stern's changed now. It's not the same as it used to be. He's more.
He loves Ellen DeGeneres now. He loves Ellen and stuff now.
Yeah, it's more PC. It's more. It's not how it used to be. No.
Yeah, it's gotten very PC.
I didn't like him because I felt like he just degraded women.
Well,
he brought a lot of them shows. He did bring in it was kind of like I didn't like the degenerate aspect of Stern. Was he funny? Yes, I love the early Stern stuff. I just didn't like the degenerate stuff with the fart jokes and the bringing in all these playmates and talking sexual. I wasn't into all the dirty stuff, but I like the Hank Drunken DeWolf stuff, Gary the Tard, all that stuff. The calls, that stuff was hilarious.
Yeah.
But the degeneracy and the toilet humor, I don't like that.
Didn't you call in the Howard Stern show a few times?
Yes, we used to crank Stern all the time.
Well, he got in trouble, Stearns, because back when he first started, there was a helicopter pilot named Donna Badusha, and he started calling her Donna Douchebag, and he got suspended for that. And then he used to have this sketch about Yonkers. He would call Yonkers Land of the Living Dead. And he'd have these skits where you would have music playing in the background and gunfire and stuff. And he'd just be making fun of it. And that's when he was with Imus.
Oh, they had a big beef, them two.
Yeah, when I started to respect Howard Stern is that whole September 11th. He stayed on air for like 5 hours reporting everything that was going on. And then you got to see the serious side of Howard Stern. And I don't know if it's still on YouTube, but he was on air and he was right there by the twin the towers, and he reported that whole thing live on air. If you ever guys go back and listen to that was some really good journalism.
You know, I listen to Joe Rogan now. I have to be honest with you. I love Joe Rogan because I disagree with him a lot. I agree with him a lot. That's why I like him. You know,
I like Nick DiPaolo. I watch Nick DiPaolo a lot. Nick DiPaolo, I think he's hilarious.
And I also watch Tim Pool. There's just certain people that I like watching on YouTube's been fantastic when it comes to watching certain shows.
Oh my God, my favorite one was that Cuban, Joey Diaz. I love Joey Diaz.
Joey Diaz is still on, my man.
Yeah, but the whole him co-signing Gervano and all of this stuff, I kind of.
He's a rat lover, that guy. He used to have A-Light on.
No, Joey Diaz. No. He's a Cuban from New Jersey, and he was an actor. He was in a few movies. I don't think that he didn't have A-Light on, but he did have that cop on. He did have the A-Light's friend.
Yeah.
Oh, Dowd. Yeah.
Yeah. He did have him on.
Who's the guy that was from? Are you sure he didn't have A-Light on? Somebody from was it?
I don't think he had A-Light on.
Lee had A-Light on before.
Shut up.
I'm still here. I'll be right back.
No, don't you dare.
He left.
No, his avatar is still there. He's still parked. He just got out of the car for a pack of cigarettes. He'll be back.
Oh, that's dedication, sitting in his car to do a show with you.
No, I mean his the avatar is still there. Yeah, see, you see what they did to Chicky. So they're such rats. They're
Oh,
such
they went,
slow-moving rats.
and that was the junkie that went at him.
Yeah, when I seen that, I was like, you know what? I know there's clip channels out there, and shout out to all the clip channels, but I want to document it from the beginning, this whole thing from the beginning to now. So I'm gonna do kind of like an episodic kind of like thing, like episodes every week. That's what I want to do. Kind of like what Josie's doing. Kind of like what Josie's doing with her book. That's what I want to kind of do.
You know what? I spoke to Josie today, and I cannot tell you how much I am looking forward to that book.
I'm not.
Why?
Because she said in that book, I'm a bad guy and a good guy. It's like she
How
got.
do you know?
She told me.
Oh,
Yeah.
she did?
Yeah, she said it has its ups and downs with me.
Oh, with you?
Yeah, but no, actually, I am looking forward to it. I don't. Yeah, and you know what? These guys are dumb. They're underestimating it, thinking it's only going to sell a couple hundred. You're wrong.
You're wrong.
That book's going to sell a lot more.
Listen,
and I'm going to put it in some good spots to make sure it sells.
Listen, I think it's going to do very well.
If we all help her,
well.
all help her with the people we know, Angel.
Exactly.
With your
I
site,
think
with
it's
all the people you have on your sites.
Yeah. And I told her when she does her interview, I would gladly do it with her. And oh, look, here she is. Can't wait for that interview for you. Been a long time coming. Oh, Josie, you're here. You want to come on?
And Josie, I think you're selling yourself short. I think she said she was gonna sell the book for $4.99. No, I think she should do it $17, $20 or something.
She really doesn't care about the money. She just wants the word to get out there. What
actually, the best way to sell books nowadays are online, because you could sell a book for $1.99 online if people read them. You know, say you sell sell them for 10,000, and you just put out the book in paperback, not even in paperback. You just read it on Kindle or whatever. I mean, it's not a book. It's very cheap to do it that way. It's the books, the actual making of the book, that's very expensive.
Lee Cole, you have a fan club?
Yeah, I think that's one of my ex-wives.
No.
Is it really?
No, today. Half off memberships. and then the discount code
Trio for life.
See, that's funny stuff, man.
People are so funny. They're crazy in here. Oh, they really are so funny. Haven't heard Stern in years. Rarely ever listened to his show. I used to have to listen to that in the morning driving my son to school, and he used to get me so mad because I just felt like he he just disrespected women. You know, he was always, everything was just like I don't know, degrading to women. And all these men loved it.
He did platform Henry Hill, and then everyone got to witness the downfall of Henry Hill.
Yeah, but you know what? Are we going to stop watching him because you got Henry Hill on?
No, Lee, listen now, with the 2 years, listen. He basically documented his downfall because no one really knew what was going on with Henry Hill. Henry Hill would go on his show and drink, and he was drunk, and you got to see what that informant was all about.
And he was a fraud. He didn't know Paul Vario.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Vario wouldn't even let him in, like in the movie they have in the backyard with Paul Vario. Paul Vario wouldn't even talk to that guy.
And then everyone in New York would call to harass Henry Hill. Everyone would call and harass him. It was kind of like now how we're calling out the informants. That's how it was back in the days. Everyone was calling out.
A lot of real gangsters out there that knew that he was full of crap.
Yeah.
His story was like 10% true. He barely knew Tommy DeSimone. I mean, they didn't hang out together. And that was in the movie too, like they were best friends.
Yeah. And the oh my God, and it's not on YouTube, but the best one was when you remember, you know that character Spider in the movie Goodfellas? The sister called. And the sister was calling out Henry Hill, wanting to know where her brother was. And Spider was only 16 years old too.
Yeah.
He was only 16 years old.
Oh, Josie, I know that how you wrote it. Yeah, it doesn't bother me at all. You just did it the right way, Josie. I wouldn't expect it any other way.
I think keeping it real, I'm buying the book. I think everyone is going to buy your book. I think everybody will.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to buy that.
Oh, me too. I can't wait.
Josie's going to give me a free hardcover one with her autograph and a picture.
Oh, man.
Yes. Right, Josie?
Sorry, snitchy, but I never called anybody's parole officer. Sorry. And
Ooh, episode 2. Check out. I dropped the trailer for next Thursday, episode 2. We're gonna talk about that.
Listen, I was working on the Does of MobTube. They are the women in the Rat Squad. I know.
There's no women over there.
Yeah, there's women over there.
Some of them are men.
You think so?
You got some demented people on here. You know, people can say what they want about me, but at least my ugly fat ass, I get up here and show my face.
Well, I would too if I didn't end up with
Angel. You don't have to
put in my mouth.
You're Angel Gotti, okay? There's a difference.
Well, listen, I've had you know what I've had. I've had them put my face on pornographic images so they could kiss my rear end. They're not going to catch me when the camera stops or this thing stops and my mouth is wide open, and they're going to start putting things in there.
Chicky, will you stop using those emojis?
Yeah, they're such animals.
Oh, Chicky, I would love for you to come on my show tomorrow night if you're available. I have to contact you and let's get that popping. Just hang out and have a good time.
I am looking forward to Josie's book. The outside world needs to know the crazy madhouse known as MobTube, the crazy world of MobTube that always keeps me laughing. I think that once it gets out and once she starts, promoting it, and once people start, when you go on the like promotions and stuff and interviews, and then it'll be brought to everybody's attention how YouTube lets men on here threaten women, call them filthy names, and call people's parole officers for nothing.
Ghost thinks I'm kissing your ass, Angel.
What?
This person in there, Ghost, said keep kissing her ass.
Who?
Ghost.
Who's kissing it?
Me, I'm kissing your ass.
Oh, give me a break.
Yeah.
Listen, Lee Cole and I had.
Somebody doesn't mean you're an ass kisser.
And I'm not a kisser, I'm a nibbler. There's a difference. Okay?
At least you're not a biter like the other guy.
I'm no Ted Bundy.
Helmet Dama wants to eat my rib.
He wants to eat your ass, dude.
I know, that's nuts. When I had nightmares last night, like I woke up in the middle of the night in cold sweats thinking like I had a little Emmy with a helmet biting me in the butt.
Yes.
Oh my God, MRE, when I seen that, I believe I was the first one to put it up, but when I seen that, I'm like, this is a YouTube first. This is a YouTube first. You have a man threatening to sexually assault another man, an informant. I don't believe an informant has sexually assaulted another YouTuber.
Actually, you got to give him credit for one thing. He was going to do it the right way. First, he was going to put his fist up your ass, and then he was going to nibble on your ass. So he's basically going to nibble on your bloody ass.
In the heat of rage, a lot of times some of your your like, all right, inside fantasies come out. So I believe in that rage he was screaming and yelling, and just shows that he's that tri-kai kind of guy.
I think Paulie G did it to him.
Yeah, something like that. There's something, maybe not Paulie G, but something. Maybe someone slipped over his house. Maybe he did it.
Or he spent some time in prison.
Or an uncle. Or anything. So something happened to him. To say you want to eat someone's rear end is pretty sick, and he kept saying it over and over. It was really weird.
Well, I'd like to ask you one question before this happens, MRE.
Yes.
Do you
Before
bleach,
it happens.
Do you bleach your ass?
I'm not in. I don't even know what that is. Sit and bleach.
Well, you bleach your asshole. It's a
What does that
popular
even mean?
thing. It's a popular thing with the women nowadays.
What?
I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
Is that a real thing? Bleaching?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
But won't you die? You can't put bleach inside.
No, they bleach it so they don't want no brown spots around their butts.
Oh,
So they,
come on. That's
Yeah. Where's the evil thing at?
no.
yeah, I know.
Hey, are there any women in here that do that? Please explain to the.
Oh,
This
show
show
me
is not called
really
Paps
happened.
After Dark.
Evil.
Google it.
You should change the name to this show to Paps After Dark.
Yeah.
Why don't you just behave yourself? I'm behaving myself. You're not behaving yourself.
Look, I just put it in. The first article is anal bleaching at home.
Oh,
And the next one is bleach on Twitter. Bleach my ass. I mean, they're really
You
there.
really believe that the helmet would want to like put me in leather and keep me under his bed at night and like pull me out in the gimp suit every night? I believe so. I believe if the helmet could legally marry me, he would.
An angel. And if you think, listen to this one. Top 3 anal bleaching. We tested 100 products.
What?
That's gross.
Yes, it's a big thing nowadays.
Well, they better be careful. It's pretty dangerous. Bleach is like you can get sick, die.
I
So-
don't know. What kind of women support women beaters?
So
I don't know.
so here's the thing.
That are abused?
If Calandra really wanted to do these weird things to MRE, why say it? Why don't you just go and try it out?
He's only 3 hours away.
Yeah, why is that?
I'm not trying to bait somebody into come finding me, but listen, for the last 8 months, the guy, when we find him, we're gonna kill him. He's gonna stab me in the neck. Now you know who I am. You know my address for the last 6 months. I don't see anybody coming to try to eat my anal backside.
Oh
Thank
my God.
So
if I turn around and I see, listen, if I'm walking down the street, I turn around and I see the helmet on all fours with his mouth open, I'm running. Put it that way.
imagine that you're walking down the street and he's running at you holding his fist up.
Well, here's the thing. You got that Doberman, right?
Yes.
So that Doberman might eat his ass.
Well, the dog would not let him sexually accost me and sexually hurt me in any way. If I get sexually accosted by the helmet, the dog will not like that. Put it that way. And let me tell you something. I have a Tony rape whistle on me, so if a helmet comes near me, I'm blowing the whistle. You cannot have me. I am taken. I don't swing that way, Emmy.
How did you think of that, MRE? How did you think about that rape whistle thing? I was dying when you said that.
I always thought of I remember the history stories where there was whistles in the city when women would have whistles to protect themselves from people like Rape Whistle. And so I just thought it was a great name.
Hey,
Rape
Go says Danny and Lee are some weird son of a bitches. Yes, we are. Let me tell you something. If you're on here and you're dealing with people, if you're not weird, you'll never survive.
Yeah, you got to be a little tapped to do.
You got to be a little bit to take the abuse you take on here.
Take it from Arnold Horseshack himself. You got to be a little touched in the head to do these.
Oh, without a doubt, definitely got to be touched.
That doesn't mean we're bad people, but when I do get a lot of pleasure out of torturing these lying informants with their own words, I never go after their families or do stuff like that. I've never went after one informant's family. I just make fun of them with their own words, and they can't deal with it. They want to stab me, eat my backside, do all these weird things.
I never heard of anything like this in my entire life, and look who raised me. Seriously, I've never experienced garbage like this in all my life. Talking like that, Ugh. Ooh.
What's
I
up,
don't
Mike?
even know what to say. I really don't even know what to
He's
say.
talking about sexually harassing.
Assaulting, yeah,
Yeah, sexually assaulting another man.
exactly.
And the funny part is on his channel, he'll just play "I'm the good guy, I'm the changed man." Oh, holy night, and then he goes on the other channels and he's threatening lives. Like, and that's why he'll never get a movie deal. Number one, his story's all fluff and lies, anyways, and people check that out. And when they go to check you out, they're gonna be like, "Well, you never knew Tommy Crider. The guy's alive and says you didn't know him." So there's no more books, no movie deals. Nobody's going to want them on their streams and stuff. Even Schmiegel dropped them because it's like, well, you're playing in the sandbox. You can't control yourself. You're emotionally unstable. You don't belong on YouTube. You really don't. Now, imagine a guy like that, like had 23,000 subs just because I called you the helmet and called you out on a few videos. Look how mentally went. Not built for this.
Angel, I text you an article.
Okay. Let me see if I have gotten it yet.
He could have had a successful rat channel. Like Garvano gave him the opportunity to pave the way for him, and he fucked it up. He could have had a really good, successful rat channel where these weirdos like that stuff, and he would have a lot more than 20,000 subscribers right now.
Yeah, he would have, but eventually he would have ran out of stories. But you are right. If he would have took Schmiegel's advice and not played in the mud, not when all these are trying to be the mafia boss with all these like fanboys and smaller channels.
I told you I wasn't lying, Angel.
But I know about it already because I saw a clip from the Kardashians, and so
the
I know
Kardashians. Oh my God, they do it.
I know it's real, but oh my God.
Yeah, that's the world we live in now, Angel. Imagine that.
Yeah, exactly.
Natas, that's right. He is the gift that keeps on. These people are real. They're stupid.
Who's that?
He's saying.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Hi, Carmine.
He wrote a thing. I thought you would never, and I would never enjoy MRE slaying anybody but Aledo. But the helmet is the gift that keeps on giving.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
who would have thought? Who would have thought? Because he was the nice rat, right? He was like everyone loved him, and he just went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
He sure did.
The real him came out.
Well, the stories ran out. The helmet. The stories ran out too. When you run out of stories, you got to make things up, right? And lies catch up with you. I went to the prison and met with Tommy Cavati. Like, no, you didn't. And Tommy can prove that you've never been to that prison. He has all of his he has all the receipts right at his prison where who's seen him, all that stuff. He never.
I'm reading somebody's comment. Lee,
so there's no way
like bong? What the hell is a bong?
I don't know. Oh, that's the English. I think he's a red coat.
Oh, these people are so crazy.
They ghost. That's funny.
Do you think that he has a gimp in his apartment?
He wants me as his gimp. He wants me shut up in a leather suit with a chain around my neck.
And you're going to be in a little box.
Like I'm going to be in a little box to be Jimmy's boy. Yeah, Jimmy's Pac-Man up in that ass.
I can't. This is so crazy. I can't. Uncle Zio wants to know, how do you do that? Sit in a bathtub filled with bleach?
Good
don't try it at home, Uncle Zio.
Hey, did you see what biker chick wrote?
No.
Lee, I come at you with love and respect, but I asked you to give Danny a 2-week vacation. We want to head west, destination unknown, wind in our face, and scream of our 252 cc engine in our ears.
Sounds like a Tom Cruise movie.
Danny, biker chick wants you to go on, get on the back. Wants you to get on the back of her bike.
Now he's gonna say I'm gonna bleach you.
Now he's gonna say I'm gonna bleach your ass. Oh, Mark Shoemaker, thank you for that. The thing you sent me the other day. I appreciate it.
Oh, look at this. I can't.
That's going to be the new thing now.
John Gotti is my father. The book's coming out soon. Ooh. Oh my God.
You know what's so interesting about this whole Convict Inc. coming out and talking about the whole Calandra, and then he talked about, I believe, Tommy Reynolds. There's a video, and it's crazy. There's a video where Calandra says that Tommy Reynolds, Tommy's Reynolds' motive was killing Pauly G over a woman that Pauly G was seeing, or Pauly G was seeing, whatever. That's according to Calandra. And then Convict Inc. comes out with and talking about this woman. I wonder if it's the same woman, but it's just weird. This whole.
You remember Calandra shouted out his channel the day before that happens because he was trying to get Convict Inc. not to drop that info. So he shouted his channel out. And Pauly G actually beat up Emmy when they were younger. He beat him up, but he felt bad for him like a lost little puppy or something.
So there's a video out there that Calandra did, and he said that Reynolds' motive to go in there was because he was sleeping with, and I'll put it up.
You're gonna put it up. You should put
that. Start over. I'm confused. What are you talking about?
The whole Pauly G murder. I guess that they said that Pauly G pushed Anthony Sparrow, and then Anthony Sparrow got some of Pauly G's friends to go and murder him. Well, Calandra 6 months ago did a story where he was saying that one of the motivations of Tommy Reynolds of going in there to participate in that murder is because of a girl, because Pauly G was seeing a girl of Tommy Reynolds. He said it. I'll put that video up.
Yeah, you should actually, because I'll go through that too and see what the helmet, because the helmet forgets his lies and he'll try to cover it up and say something about it. Who knows?
But you can hear anybody that knows the story would come out and say it was the Sparrow being pushed.
But we don't even know if that's true. It's just stuff with all these things that all this history, comes from these informants. You never know what's true, Who knows what happened or why?
Well, that was in the court case.
Yeah.
I know, but in the court cases, a lot of times these informants are telling the story.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, they said they pushed.
Would he be that stupid? Would he be that stupid? He knew the neighborhood. He knew the culture, the life. Would he actually put his hands on? I don't know if the guy was that.
If you're some of these guys are just crazy. I mean, they can't control themselves when they get mad. And from what every understanding, Pauly G, he was a pretty crazy guy. He was a murderer. He had four bodies underneath him.
What's up, Mike? Well, yeah, but if he did that, wouldn't he know? He would know he would have to leave.
Well,
there's no way after doing that. There's no way you can stay.
But he was walking around telling people right after he did that I really fucked up, and he knew what was coming.
According to what? Who did he tell that to?
I don't know, man. That's what I hear. What are we? I'm not gonna.
But where'd you hear it, Legal?
I'm telling you what I heard. Okay. Okay. I'm not like you, where I get lost in this thing that thinking everything's fake.
Well, I don't believe anything informants say. I think it's all lies, Legal.
Okay. But when you go before the FBI and give a 302. A lot of times, guys, look what happened to Casso. You cannot. A lot of times, FBI already knows the answer because they talk to other informants, and when you lie, they take your 302 away from you. And it happened.
That's not true. That's not true.
It does happen, though, Angel. Look what happened to Casso. Look what happened to Casso.
Yeah, but let me tell you testimony at my brother's trial from an FBI agent himself is. Louis Casman had his cooperation agreement ripped up 6 different times. 6. The first time he did something, whoop, you're out. Then they brought him back, ripped it up again 6 times. And that was at my brother's trial from an FBI agent. So it's all bull when they say if you get caught lying or if you get caught committing a crime, you're kicked out. It's all a lie. It's
Well,
not
but
true.
look at Sammy. When Sammy Gravano gave his 302, he said that he shot the kid. I mean, and that wasn't thrown out. That was. Sammy told actually
in
said
some
that.
instances, yes. In some instances, Lee's got a point.
Yes,
In some
yeah,
instances,
you're absolutely right, Amari.
some of these
In
school
some
pigeons
instances,
tell
yeah,
the
it's
truth.
probably
In some instances,
it's a two-way
you know,
street without
it's
a doubt. Yes, you're absolutely right.
If you saw A-Light's 302s, it was the size of a book, big
Oh, yeah.
stack of papers. Whoever got arrested from the things that he said in those stack of papers? Only my brother and a few people that he ratted on his own case. But although he gave testimony, 302s on over 200 and something guys. His own brother, Jimmy, too. His own brother is in his 302s. So nothing resulted from it because he's a master liar.
Cain and Abel. Wow.
Lee, what did you do to John Wolf? He wants an apology.
Actually, I can make him look like a fool because what we said about John Wolf was true. Yes, and I got the evidence, John Wolf. Our next live, we'll put it up. How's that?
What is? I don't even. I'm afraid.
No, I don't even want to talk about John. He's not.
What's up, Mike Wall? What's up, Steven? I haven't seen those guys in there yet. I've seen them.
Yeah. I like Rob. I can tell you this. I don't think that Rob, how can I say this so it sounds, Rob doesn't kiss my ass and I don't kiss his either. I happen to like him. I said it from the very beginning. I like Rob, even though we have two different views on some things.
Rob has no problem with rats. He said that
exactly.
But he said it right up front.
But that's not my. Well, we differ on that. I do. He doesn't. But that's not it. Like I said it from the beginning. Like he swears one thing and I swear another. But yet we can still talk and be civil to each other. He came on here. He surprised me. He shocked me, actually. In the middle of his live, he says, "I'm going to do Angel's show," and I was like, "Oh, good," thinking that it would be during the week. And then he was like, "I'm going to do it right after here."
And he stayed on like 3 hours, didn't he?
He stayed on 2.5 hours. I think he got very nervous when we said that sometimes we can go for 8 hours on here. He panicked and jumped off.
See, I like Convent Kings. As a matter of fact, I joined his little membership thing the other night.
I did too.
But here's the thing, because he's having problems with these two guys from Miami, these Cubans from Miami. He wants to do this Cuban thing, pinga pinga, and the Cubans are doing weird stuff. I'm like, oh, chill out with the Cuban stuff. Like, just because of these two guys in Miami, not all Cubans are bad. And I don't think
he's not saying that all Cubans.
I don't think it is, but it's just like, in the comment section, Caneshades, do you play with your fishies too? Like, oh, Jesus, man.
Yeah, no. But I don't think he's saying that about all Cubans. That's like, he could say stuff about all Italian. He could say something about somebody Italian. I'm not going to get insulted and think it's all Italians.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he's talking about the Cubans that came on off the Mario boat lift because Castro emptied out all the insane and the jails. But the thing is, these two guys are not from the Mario boat lift. They came in the early 70s. They're not. The other one came from the early 70s, so they're not from that generation of the degenerates of Cubans, because there were some bad ones, man. That Jimmy Rice killing that happened in my area, this guy from the Mario boat lift chopped up this little bit. So there is some really sick Cubans out there,
Well, there's sick people in every culture.
Yes.
There's sick people in everywhere, truthfully.
I mean, who's better serial killers than white men?
Oh, yeah.
The majority of them are white men.
Exactly. I mean,
I could never understand that Night Stalker. How all those women loved him. Like something was wrong with those women.
Oh,
Man.
that sick obsession. But yeah, that a lot of serial killers when they go to jail, they get these crazy women that go to their trials, write them letters, send them money, marry them. It's pretty nuts.
Look at Ted Bundy. He was the most vicious woman killer, one of them ever, and he had lines with women. He got married in prison before he died.
Yeah, he had a kid while he was in prison. He got that woman pregnant in prison.
A kid. Could you imagine, though, they let him have a conjugal while he was on death row?
That's disgusting. A guy who did that to these innocent girls going to college, they wake up and there's some animal over them killing them. It's disgusting.
Brutal. I mean, that guy had burial grounds. He murdered a lot more people. And then he went to so many states and did different killings. He was in Utah, he did a killing. Even when he was a boy, they say he killed somebody in Oregon. I mean, Washington State, I'm sorry. But I mean, you're talking about he killed over so many states too. He escaped prison twice.
Yeah, twice he got out. Yeah, jumped out a library window. Well, listen, guys, I got to go. Caneshades, Lee, Angel, thanks for having me on. I got to go make some supper, shower, and feed the camels outside.
Oh, you enjoy your night, MRE, and thank you so much for coming on. And yes, I did give him the boot. How's that, Lee Cole?
I need the boot now too, Angel.
Oh, you're leaving me too?
Yes, it's going to be you and Caneshade tonight.
No, someone might be at my door.
Oh, you better not.
I haven't heard nothing yet.
The only time the government. The only time the government has, now this is from Mr. Smith, a former police officer, retired. He was a police officer for 30-something years. The only time the government has and supports an informant is when it helps their case, whether the informant lies or not, federal, state, or local fact.
Are we going to play Jeopardy tonight? Let's play Jeopardy.
You want to play Jeopardy? I'll start a Jeopardy game.
Let's bring some people on here. Let's have fun.
Yeah. All right. Let me text Chicky and see if he wants to play.
Definitely. Let me read the chat. I'm on my phone, but let's see what's going on.
Yeah, read the chat while I do the texting. Where's Chicky on here?
Oh, Dino Mac says, drop the link. I'll keep you company. I don't know who Dino Mac is. Oliver Sutton, hooray, hooray, Lee, wait to see how long it takes him. We push back forever, most definitely. Who got the gold Turd award? Yeah, who got the gold Turd award?
Oh, that was this guy right here. I'll show you in a second. It was this guy.
Let me see. Oh, yeah. That's wow.
He got the Turd award because he had the stupidest comment of the day. He said he did that thumbnail to irritate Angel, which it did not irritate me at all. It made me laugh, and it made me give him the stupidest comment of the day award.
Wow.
And I feel that he should eat a banana.
Definitely.
Bananas.
Are banana milkshakes good too? I know in the grocery store they got the banana protein shakes.
Oh,
have you ever tried that?
Yeah, I've been eating bananas every day. Look at that. I've been eating my bananas because Caneshades, I would much rather be a banana than a pineapple.
Oh man. What a hairdo.
Yeah.
Who's that? Who has that hairdo?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. I just
That's
know
a very interesting hairdo.
Yes. Oh, and what did I find today? Oh, look at this. I forgot to play this. Remember this, Caneshades?
If a guy meets you and a guy tells you these are my ethics, this is my moral code, and he lives by that group of ethics and that moral code, Nolan, you're gonna love the guy. He told you what he is. He's a sincere, true guy. You understand? We had to become tough guys or fall by the wayside. But like Omar Khayyam says, a coward dies 1,000 deaths, a real man only one. You know what I mean?
Is that off the Burner album?
Yes, that is.
Yes, yes, yes. I used some of those clips on the bodega.
Yes, a coward dies 1,000 deaths, a man only one.
Wow. What amazing quotes your dad came up with.
Yeah, he had a lot of nice stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good show at Convict Inc. Thank you, Josie. I really enjoyed having him on. You know why I enjoyed having him on? I'm going to tell you why. Because I like people that kind of make me a little nervous because I don't know what they're going to say next. Like they say one thing and then all of a sudden you're like, uh-oh, where's this going?
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes where you really didn't think it was going to go, and then it goes back another. And I told him, can you just stay like one lane straight ahead and don't make any turns for now?
Yeah, you asked him, I forgot what it was about women, and then he went on this whole rant, and then it took him about 15 minutes to answer the question.
Yeah, I know. But truthfully, I feel bad because he's getting that rap now that everybody on here got. Yeah, Angel tells him what to do. He listens to me. Meanwhile, it's not the truth. I heard that FBS made some comments today, or was it yesterday? I don't know. That I had a conversation. I called Robert and told him, don't do this show. He was going to do a show about my brother being a rat. That conversation never happened. That never happened. So, I mean, it's just like one lie after another.
Where did they come up with this, though? Like,
I don't know where he comes up.
What's their thought process? Like, how do they...
Where did he come up with my kids are drug addicts? I know where he came up with that one. That came from my lawsuit. Where did he come up with I took a handful of pills and fell on the floor? Or my mother begged my father to chainsaw my neighbor. I mean, this guy is crazy. Just 5 months ago, he was Angel's the best thing in the whole wide world.
Episode 2, dropping next Thursday. I dropped the trailer. I don't know if you want to play the trailer, but I did.
Where is it?
It's my latest video. I dropped it an hour ago. It's a trailer. It's just a little snippet of what you will see next Thursday.
Oh, let me find the Caneshades. Hold on. Okay, let's find Caneshades.
And let's get some people in here to play some Jeopardy. I know.
I'm waiting. Oh yeah, Chicky's coming for the Jeopardy. I gotta drop in the link. Chicky, give me 1 minute, okay? I want to find Caneshades. Okay, there you are, Caneshades. Oh, I see Josie.
That's just part of the end. I came up with like a little intro. I used there's an old soap opera that my mother loved. It was called Corazón Salvaje, and I used that intro to that soap opera.
Okay, I just hit the like button on it. Let's share this. Hold on, share screen.
Let me mute.
Chrome. Yeah, I'm gonna mute too. Nope, that's the wrong one.
That's why I wouldn't pay attention. He would just call me through Instagram. Just call me, and I'm like, I don't want to fucking hear it. I don't want to hear your nonsense. I don't want to hear your lies, and I don't need the stress of it. I don't care.
I mean, unless somebody is at my door hurting my children, I'm not calling anyone. I don't need to call anyone.
I know.
So I'm just tired of being accused of things that I never did.
Oh yeah, trust me. Listen, I know what I'm going through now. I can't imagine. I was going to call you earlier, Angel, and say, how the hell? How have you done it?
Feet, bowing at other people's feet, and apologizing for what I've done, and hope I get forgiven.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna let you go. You take.
That's the next episode.
Oh, that looks so good, Caneshades.
Next Thursday.
I forgot is another episode of where FBS was defending me once again with the Mrs. F Bully sitting next to him. Mrs. Bully sitting next to him defending me, how he can't believe how I put up with everything that I've been going through on here. Could you imagine?
Yes, I have it all. I have it all downloaded because I know eventually.
I can't wait.
Because eventually they're gonna see what I'm doing and they're going to start taking videos down. But I got them all. I got them all downloaded.
Okay, good. I dropped the link for Chicky. Who else wants to play Jeopardy? Oh, I can't wait to see that one. I forgot all about that episode right there where Mr. and Mrs. Bully are defending me once again. They used to do that all the time because they just did.
Yeah.
They knew that everybody was lying. They knew it. Hello there, Mr. Chicky.
What's up, Angel? Kane, what's up, buddy?
What's going on, hey, Chicky?
I love that clip, Kane. Let me tell you something. You're talented. You know how to do that. Let me tell you something. If I knew how to work a computer like you guys, like, you know, the way you know how to do that, I got so many great ideas to put things together and what people said and make them look like fools, but I don't know how to do the computer, you know?
Hey, you could be my producer. Let's talk.
Yeah, we're going to get together. We'll figure it out after. I'll give you my number. You got to call me because I got some ideas that people would die if you know how to do it.
Oh, exactly. And you know what, Chicky? What happened to you the other day, the same thing happened to me a few weeks ago. So I don't blame you. Like you get someone will tell you, hey, they're talking about, and then you go in there and you're like, oh.
And let's face, I mean, if they would have got me, they were baiting me to go on the show on the screen, and they almost had me. But thank God I didn't, because I would have been verbally molested.
It would have been a wrap because I was the idiot that went on. And
you did go on?
I did go on, and then I got booted out. But
see how it is.
But yeah. So you're going into the belly of the beast over there.
That's what I'm saying.
You're not going to win. You're going to take the L. You're going to take the L.
Exactly.
Yeah. They're not going to respect your opinion or nothing.
They're going to ask questions, crazy things, and I would have answered every question. Got nothing to hide. But it's just the point. Why give them the show?
Yeah, definitely.
So it is what it is. Listen. My point got cemented when I got home, and at 4:15 yesterday, my probation guy called, and I said, "Here we go. This is what I'm talking about." And I couldn't make this up. I said, "This is what I'm talking about." Not even an hour after I was on the show, they knew about it. Guys abusing me. I thought you were with your grandkids. What are you doing in the chat? You knew everything. The show, everything. Come on. Yeah. So it just cemented my point even more so.
And you were my motivation. You and then the convict think that these guys are calling probation officers. So I feel that I have to document. I want to document everything from the beginning. I like from when all this started, and I might do 5 series or 6 series. Like we're gonna do a Game of Thrones, Sopranos thing here. We're gonna document everything.
Yeah.
So everything's there.
Yeah.
And we can see all the flip-flopping and 1 month. They were friends with this person, and then now they're not friends with that person. We're going to see all of that.
Yeah, that's going to be great.
Peter didn't like John Gotti in the 80s, but now I know more about him. I can like and respect him. I'll tell you one thing. Listen, I don't come on here and tell people, oh, please, you better like my father or I won't be your friend. I don't do that at all. I don't care who likes him and who doesn't like him. It's truly not business, but just don't lie about him. If you lie about him, then I'm gonna what's this, Angel? You have the name by Helmet has the subs. That's why the Iranian flipped on you. The grass is greener on the other side. Listen, there was never any choice between me and Calandra. I told him put up the proof where I ever said that to him. You have to choose between Calandra and me. I never ever did that ever. And if he's and he did say it. He said it about 3 times so far, and 3 times he lied. And I told him, put up the proof. Put up the proof where I said you had to choose between he and I. That's not what I said. What I said is I will not be in your chat anymore. That's all. I didn't say you have a choice to make. I like Convict Inc., but never got to chat with him because his lovely mod Carlos, the toothless bone smoker, blocks me. Really? Yeah, bring back the dating game. Yeah, the dating game's not fun without Marla. Yeah, Marla makes all the games fun. And when Marla comes back, we'll do the dating game. Mark Schumacher, he's taking a break, I guess. Smart move. He'll always have a good showing. Yes. So that's the God's honest truth. I never tell him what to do. How could you tell a man like Convict Inc. what to do? Could you picture anybody being able to tell that man what to do?
Yeah.
No way. Not only that, but remember, before he joined this craziness, he already had 10,000 subs. So it wasn't like he came over here to make his channel. He already was doing good.
Mm-hmm.
No, could you, Caneshades, could you see anybody telling him what to do?
No, I mean, this whole, I've seen it from the beginning that the angel tells everyone what to do. Angels never told me what to do. I've never seen Angel tell anyone what to do.
Exactly.
No. We do what we want, you know what I mean? But like I said yesterday, that's what they thought about me too. You better get Angel's permission. I mean, that's their go-to line. I mean, it's a joke.
John Gotti was not beat up. That's an A-Light thing. A-Light, you know what? One day, that's what I have to do one day. Show all the all A-Lights. Yeah, because A-Light's on this. I was John Gotti's right-hand man. One day, I have to show everybody the rants that A-Light used to put on Facebook, where he said my father got beat up, and my father was beaten up so bad that they shoved something in his mouth.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how sick A-Light was. And
just whatever you do, Angel, don't ever release them pictures up in your brother's bedroom with him and A-Light in the bunk beds.
Let me see. Who wants to play? Who wants to play Jeopardy? FBI idiot is saying the sexual assault from Jimmy is just a story. There's no proof. So my question is, yeah, I'm not saying that out loud because every time somebody on here says that word, they don't monetize me.
So in the beginning, when that A-Light book came out, I thought it was a junior book because it had junior on the cover, and I purchased it. And then I'm reading it. It's so freaking crazy. There somewhere in that chapter, he's saying that there was a letter that your dad threw away and then he picked up the letter, and he still has the letter. Like your dad wrote a letter. Like he was spending the night. He was spending the night in the house, right? And then there was a letter being written, like he wrote a letter to your mom or something. I don't know where it was. I got to get the exact, but it was a letter. And the letter was thrown away in the garbage. And A-Light went into the garbage to get that letter. Yeah. It was in that book. It was, and when I see it, I was like, what the hell?
Wait a second.
How are you gonna carry a letter in the trash for over 20, 30 years? Like, how are you gonna have that?
Wait. So A-Light said he was sleeping by my house. Lie number one, he never slept over our house. And then that my father wrote my mother a letter from.
I believe it was your mom. I don't want to get it. It was your father wrote a letter to someone. I think it was the mom. I don't know, but I know that there was a letter written and it was thrown away in the trash can. And A-Light went in that trash can to get that letter, and he still has that letter till this day.
Listen to me. If A-Light had a letter that my father wrote, it would be tattooed on his body. He would tattoo it on his chest. Was the letter shown in the book? No, because he's a liar. Where's the letter? Let him show the letter. The guy is sick. You have no idea how sick he is. He was
I'm gonna get the clip because it was in the audiobook. Let me find that audiobook and I'm gonna get the clip and put there. But I'm telling you 100% that there was a letter that he got out of the garbage can and he said
I'm so shocked that Kasparosa never put that up on JohnALightFacts.com.
yeah, there was a letter that he took from the garbage can. Let me research that a little bit better, but I recall in that book he said that.
Oh, wait, hold on. Angel, you read it wrong. Helmet gave him that option, either lose you as a friend or he won't build his channel. And when was that supposedly? When did that happen? I'm just curious now. When did that happen? Because I never did a damn thing to Calandra. So I'm curious when that happened now. Marla's fine. Marla's okay. She's perfectly fine. Yeah, Caneshades, seriously, that okay. Angel, why is it hard for you to believe your father was assaulted in prison? All due respect, he was much older and no one wins every fight. Doesn't disgrace his legacy, in my opinion. Here you go, Rude Irish. I know because I am his family, so I know what happened. He was sucker punched. He was sucker punched. He was never beat up. That's the God's honest truth. On my children, that's the God's honest truth. He was sucker punched. The part of this whole story that Jeff Nadeau tells, that's a lie, is that my father paid the Aryan Brotherhood to protect him and get the guy. That's an absolute lie. And the head of the Aryan Brotherhood did an interview with someone, and it can't be shown right now. There's a reason for it, but once it is, once something gets settled, it will be shown, and then we'll see what you all have to say then.
Yes, exactly.
But go ahead. I never said that. I said he was never beat up. Oh, here, look. It was a single sucker punch, and the guy that hit him later got released and killed a police officer. Exactly.
Yeah.
So believe me, I know the story.
You know, I would like to ask Convent Inc. a question because he said he was a dirty white boy, and Gervano had mentioned something about that he was locked up with the dirty white boys and he was friends with them. I'd like to ask.
They're in a lot of federal prisons out that way. You know, not so much on the East Coast, but a lot of them are out that way.
But I think it's when he was serving time in Arizona or whatever.
Yeah, in ADX, he was with a guy called. He's very well known. They call him Cornfed.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the guy Ronald was. He's very well known in the prison system. The guy's like a beast. He's an animal, you know, big guy, huge guy, all like country, you know, they call him Cornfed because it's, you know, he's just big naturally, you know, huge guy.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got a ton of, from what they say, got a ton of murders in jail.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry. Itty bitty Nita says, he said your mom wrote a note to your dad, said she's going out because of some type of argument they had. He's so full of shit. He's so full of it. If that was the case, he'd have it. Like I said, all right, so it was from my mom. He wouldn't have tattooed it on his body, but he certainly would have put it in his book. He's so
it would have been on the front cover next to your brother's picture.
Yeah, he's so full of it, but whatever. He really is so sick. It's too bad Helmet is the lead. FBI is smarter than him and could probably take over the leadership of the rat squad.
I have a funny dirty white boy story since we're on the subject. I'm part of the sports community, or was part of the sports community, and I had two friends. One is an Alabama football fan, and one is a Tennessee football fan. So they came up with a concept. They wanted to do a react show, you know, react to like crazy YouTube videos. And they named their show The Dirty White Boys, not knowing what that was. And like in 2 days, they got all types of, you know, take it down now. And then they switched the show to Crazy White Boys or whatever.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, two of my friends, they didn't know what that was. And they named their show The Dirty White Boys. And then in 2 days, they got all types of crazy emails. Take the show down.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What's this? Angel, you in contact with the head of the brand? I don't even know what that means. What the heck
That's
does that mean?
that's like a white. I think it's. I don't want to say. I think it's like a white supremacist group where the head of the brand. The brand is a big time organization, especially in the jails. I don't know how you would contact them.
Are you in contact with them? No.
Yeah, her first cousin is Angel's first cousin is Barry Mills.
Who is that?
Barry Mills. Allegedly he was the head of the Aryan Brotherhood.
Oh,
and
really?
He was locked up with your father.
Yeah. Oh, but that's the wait. He died though, right?
Yeah, I think he's dead.
No, it's not him. It's somebody else. It's somebody else. Let's see. Let's see what happened. He slipped and fell. At least that's what they say. What? Who cares? It was like a paper cut. The more honorable thing is that when he was asked what happened, he said he slipped and fell. At least that's what they say. Yeah, kind of something like that. He wouldn't tell anything of what happened. Gravano got mocked by the Aryan Brotherhood. Prison bitches get gang tattoos for protection. I don't know any of that stuff. Let's see. Rami. I don't know who. I have one of my closest friends is named Rami. He's from Israel. He's an Israeli, but he came to this country, I don't know, 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. I mean, they were attacking MRE for his tattoos. Why don't they attack Gravano for his tattoos? He has Odin tattooed on him, like all this white supremacist stuff tattooed. Why don't they go after Gravano?
Because they never go after Gravano.
Why are they gonna go after Gravano? That's their Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
Well, that's when I knew like something was different happening with FBS. Was that he was never going after Gravano. Do you remember that? He never went after Gravano, and that was because of his friendship with Calandra. John was a real one. They don't build him like that anymore. No, they don't. How's little Chucky is okay. Little Chucky has me creeped out today because she's okay. She's over here next to me, but she's got the earphones in because she's watching. Does anybody see that like docu-series, or I don't know what it's called? The Dharma one. Hello, you two. Are you there?
It's on YouTube.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
No, it's on. What's that on? Netflix.
Oh, okay. I'm going to watch it.
Oh my God, it's so disturbing.
Listen, they had a guy over here about maybe I'm going to say 7-8 years ago, right in Springfield, right out where I am. He probably lived about a mile from my mother's house. Right, a guy lived in a house, quiet little house. Right, African American guy lived in a house. People used to see him around the neighborhood walking, just like a normal guy. So one day, about 7-8, maybe 10 years ago, I'm driving by like where the guy lives, and there's like feds and the place is roped off. Come to find out later at night, he was a friggin' a serial killer. He had 5 bodies in his down cellar. 5 bodies.
Are you kidding?
Lived a mile away. Imagine that. I mean, these people, you don't know what shape, what form, you don't know nothing.
Let me tell you something. This show is very hi Cheryl, the regulator. This show is very disturbing. I think I can't even begin to it's called
he used to cut off their body parts and put them in the refrigerator and eat. I mean, this guy was at a whole nother level.
Wow.
You got to listen to me. It's one thing if I don't know what to say. It's one thing if somebody does something to you and you got to do something. That's one thing. But this guy here, what he did to people, imagine him as a kid with his parents, or you don't just get like that. This kid must have went through something as a kid or a teenager.
Yeah. And they had another interesting show on Netflix. I believe it was called Roommate, where the roommate, like when you rent a room out to someone,
Yeah.
And like the roommate is like a serial killer. There was one where there was this old a lady that was, I believe, in her 50s, but she dressed up like a grandmother, and she was I guess she was running a house where she was trying to take care of disabled people, but she was drugging them up and killing them and burying them
Wow.
and everyone thought that she was just a sweet old lady. Yeah. I think the documentary is called Roommate.
Oh, really? Seriously?
Yeah, but she was like in her 50s, but she dressed up like she was in her 70s, and she was like a caretaker for these mentally.
Yeah, just people when you dress up like an old lady, they take you, oh, she's okay, she's just older, you look more better, like that.
Yeah, so she was killing these people for their disability checks and all this other stuff, and then she was burying them all in her backyard.
And let me tell you, there's another woman up here, right? Maybe 20 minutes from my house, 15 minutes from my house, the Northampton Leeds VA, the veteran hospital. I go up there once in a while, but it's a veterans hospital for veterans. And it was all over the news like 5, 6, 7 years ago. There was a nurse that worked there, right? She was killing the veteran patients. She was shooting them like they finally caught on to her after she killed like 10 people. She was shooting them with something in their body where they would go into cardiac arrest, and she would be there to try to save them after she tried to.
What did you just say? Cardiac arrest?
What?
Did you say cardiac arrest?
Yeah, no. She would shoot something in them to give them a heart attack.
Cardiac arrest. You're so
whatever
funny,
I said.
Chicky.
Yeah, and then she would bring them.
You're so funny.
Yeah, she would try to bring them back to life. So 10 people died in the course of like 2 years or maybe a year, and they would track it back that it was her shift, night shift, and she was the one trying to bring them back. Meanwhile, she was a serial killer. She ends up killing 10 veterans. It's all over the news. Look it up in Massachusetts. Yeah, the Veterans Administration, Leeds, Mass. She was killing these people. Imagine this.
Wow. Chicky, have you seen this? Have you seen this 60 Days In thing? They got the new season now.
Oh no, I like that show.
Now the new season is they're actually the contestants are people who actually did time, like 10 years, 15 years.
Do you know who got I think he's going on the next show. I shouldn't say really, but I think he's going on the next show. You know who got interviewed to go to 60 Days In?
Who?
The kid Stacks, Bill Stacks. It might be
wow.
The next show. Yeah, they called him and interviewed him. He had to go out of town for the interview. He might be on the next one.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Now, Chicky, man, you're doing time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then one of these participants come in there. Like, how would you know? Like, how would you deal with a situation?
Well,
like
if you notice, Kane, they don't go into federal prisons. They only put them in like county joints.
Yeah, the county jails.
They're in and out every day, a different person. One leaves, one comes, one's there 3 days, one's there a week. So they bring them to a county joint to do time. They would never put them in the federal prison because the feds, they would find out in 2 seconds. First of all, if you're walking around in the feds, I mean, I don't know about now, but back in the day, if you're walking around the feds, they're checking you out. You either got to have paperwork. They don't let paperwork in the feds no more. But they used to. You couldn't even sit down with guys until you showed your papers. But now the feds won't allow that. But believe me, they're checking you out. The phone calls are being made. They're gonna find out about you before you even think about it. That's why they do it in a county joint.
So what's so crazy about the season? It's being recorded during COVID. So they have the quarantine.
Right.
So these the inmates and the participants, they're on a 23-hour and 1 lockdown.
Oh, believe me, I know.
And they're going crazy. Even the participants are going crazy because they weren't even used to that doing time and all that.
Listen to me. In January, February, March, and April, almost about 3 months. End of January, February, March, April, 2000. Okay, that's 2 years ago. I was in the federal detention center in Providence, outside Providence, or Wyatt. Okay, and COVID had just hit. Okay, it just like I was in about a month, and then COVID hit. Like February 2000, it started hitting. So they locked the jail down. We were locked down, like I said, not maybe 23 hours. We get out in the morning for an hour, half the pod, then the other half. But we were locked down probably, no lie, 20 hours a day.
Were people going crazy? Because I'm watching the show, and again,
there's
this
nothing
is
you can
just
do. There's no TV. You got if you ain't got if God forbid you ain't got radio headphones, because what do? They got hardly no books. I was alone. They had me alone in a cell. I didn't have a roommate, which I like better. I didn't want a roommate, but I was alone. But still, what do? You write. You try to read, and you live on your commissary. You get commissary, so that's good. But that's about it. What else do you do? And then they have a count every like 3 hours, and it's just unbelievable. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Again, the show's like county, so it's different than federal. But what I was watching was all the inmates were losing their mind. They were banging, and everyone was going.
Oh, they go crazy.
Hostile.
Of course. At night they're screaming.
You can't sleep.
The federal detention centers and the county joints are the worst because they're almost the same. Like MCC Manhattan. Well, MCC Manhattan's got heavy hitters, but like Brooklyn, Wyatt, it's all young kids. It's all kids nowadays. It's all kids in there from 18 to maybe 30. All most 90% drug convictions with that fentanyl. All drug dealers. All right, and they're all kids that are just crazy. All night long, they're talking to each other, screaming from cell to cell. You can't sleep.
Playing dominoes. Yes.
It's
I did some time. I did some time in the county jail on the 5th floor for a few months.
It's crazy.
I rather do time with a lifer than kids.
Well, yeah, because a lifer knows how to do time. You know, he's going to, they go to bed at 10 o'clock. They got a schedule. The kids are crazy. The kids
are disrespectful. They're dirty. They're disrespectful. They're some of them are dirty. They don't know how to clean up. They don't have no respect. So I rather do time with a lifer than do time with these little kids.
And I was around some. I was around some good guys, but they had me for some reason. I had nothing to do with gangs, but they put me in a gang unit. And I knew half the kids. Unfortunately, I knew half the kids. But I'm just saying. But they were just crazy. I mean, they were having a good time, like on the street. They were like on the street before COVID hit. You should have seen them. They were like having so much fun and playing cards and basketball. It was like they were having a better time in there than they ever did on the street. I just said to myself, "Wow."
Yeah, it's 4 o'clock in the morning in your bunk, and then they bang on that metal. Well, I'm talking about Dade County Jail. They're banging on that metal shit. Dominoes, motherfucker!
Yeah,
and it's fucking 5. And then they play this game, Gladiators, where they do friendly fades and they fight each other and everyone's fighting.
And they're screaming cell to cell. Hey, the songs on. They're like,
it's crazy.
They got the headphones on.
Yeah.
Screaming, hey, you hear the song that's on, and they're singing.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh man, that's crazy, man.
That's why I was happy to be by myself. I didn't want to be with nobody. I was lucky because they didn't put nobody with me the first couple months, and I loved it. It was just all peaceful by myself.
But how do you play dominoes if you're not together? If you're in separate cells?
No, in county they're all. It was like a unit. There was like 30 men. There was 30 men and 30 inmates in there.
And you have chow together.
Yeah. And then the TV's outside the bars.
Yeah, they got 3 TVs. Usually they have a black TV, a Puerto Rican TV, and then like sports TV.
And the county jail in Dade County is rat infested, and you got people trying to catch rats, have pet rats. It's crazy.
How about what's on the TV all day long? That MTV show Ridiculousness is on one TV. You got the Puerto Rican channel on the other TV, and then you got a sports on the other TV.
Oh man, I don't even want to talk about the degenerate stuff that happens late at night when the Spanish novellas are on, and then everyone. Oh my God, it's crazy.
Funny. But federal's 100 times different than detention centers.
Hold on one second.
It's night and day.
Somebody just sent me something. Just I'm gonna mute because I want to listen to it first before I tell everybody.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on. You two talk. Go ahead.
So what are you doing the next one, Kane? Thursday? Next Thursday? Or not today? Not this week?
Oh no. Okay, so I'm doing this little documentary series, every Thursday. But my bodega is Friday, and I would love for you to come on tomorrow night.
I promise you I will. I promise you. What time you going on?
10:20, and we're just gonna sit there and just hang out and just
Yeah,
just
all
like
right.
what we're doing right now. That's what we're gonna do.
I'll be
Just
there. I'll be in the chat.
yeah.
So just I'll tell you to send me the link.
All right, all right.
But
So yeah, I haven't committed a crime in over what 12 years.
yeah,
12 years. Yeah.
you're
So,
better off. Their days
yeah.
are over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The days of that shit is over. Like I said, 2022. If you're doing anything wrong, you gotta have with the cameras at every light corner, and everybody and their mother on their house has one of them Ring cameras where you go up to the front door and the camera starts filming you. You ain't got a shot in 2022 of doing anything. Not a shot.
Yeah. It's crazy. And these young kids don't
If something
care.
happens in somebody's neighborhood, first thing the cops do is go to the traffic lights when you're from leaving that neighborhood, and they see who's coming in, who's driving, your plate. You ain't got a shot. Not a shot.
And I'm watching the news, and most of these criminals are stupid. You know, the young stupid kids committing.
Well, that's who's doing everything now. The older, like these guys, the murder. There's no more murders in New York. I mean, I'm talking about like mob murders. They're smarter than that. The only ones banging the murders out right now are the gangbangers because they don't care. These young kids, 16, 17 years old, you know, they look at you the wrong way. You say something, they'll pull out a 9mm and blow your brains out.
Yeah.
They don't care. They don't care.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
So I'm saying, if you're at a stoplight and somebody looks at you the wrong way, don't be a tough guy. Roll down the window, say something. Just look forward and keep going, because you never know who you're looking at. All of a sudden, a kid gets out with a shotgun and blasts you. You know, especially these young gangbangers. They got there's no
morals, no code.
They have no houses. You know what I'm just saying? You know, they just on the street, and that comes first, and they have they'll shoot you in 2 seconds.
See, when I was younger, I've always had like older homies. Like there's older homies that guide me and all this.
Yeah.
I just don't think these kids have any guidance.
No,
And I'm talking about
a lot of them. Most of them don't.
And I'm talking about like if you're doing crime activities or you're doing that. At least when I was younger, there was someone older to look up to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now they don't got that now.
Oh, no.
It's crazy.
So somebody just sent me something, and I don't know if this is old or new. You know what? I'm going to play it. Hold on. I'm not going to show it. I'm just going to play it. So let me make sure everybody can hear it. All right, hold on 1 second. I can't mute myself because then you won't hear it. But all right, let's just do this.
I know. Now, what if people, right? What if people want to start fucking with Premier Produce, right? What if people want to start fucking with this business and putting it out there in the community or whatever, that this is a shit company, don't buy produce from them. Things like that. People could do that, right, Ali? So I know you think that all the trolls and all the people that fuck with people and that are vindictive and shit are on the bad guy's side. Tony Pizza, Lee, Newbie Giddings. Let me tell you, I've got plenty. Okay, so people can start fucking with you.
Okay, did you hear that?
Yeah. What was he trying to say?
In other words, if you think it's only one side where people can mess with you, he's got plenty, so he can ruin your business or maybe call your probation officers.
Ay. Oh, it's crazy, man.
The whole thing's crazy. I mean,
the whole thing is.
You go back 6 months ago, it was like I was in another world. I mean, it was a whole other world. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's why I want to do this documentary thing. Like, just put everything out there. Have it documented and just put it there. Oh. Yeah,
this is just unbelievable. It really is. It really is unbelievable that you get into disagreements with people, and you, first of all, I'm going to go by me, because I didn't legitimately didn't do anything to that person, but not walk away from MRE. So you can get into these disagreements, and then it doesn't matter. He'll put out lies if he's got to like call every newspaper in the country that he wanted to do, or he wants to, maybe call somebody's probation or something like that. He's letting us all know that he's got plenty of trolls who can do that.
Wow, that's crazy, man.
It really is. It really is so sick. This whole thing is just so sick.
Mark my words, I'm telling you, and I've been saying it. And like I said, I don't know about the side shit or who it's going to happen to, because I don't know that. But I'm telling you, the way things are going, it's not going to end good. It's not going to end good. I mean, eventually, and I don't want to see it happen. Believe me, I don't. And I don't know who or what. But the way things are going, eventually somebody's going to run into somebody. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Not that I want it to. And whoever it is, it's going to be bad. I mean, not me. I'm just saying. It's going to be bad. Eventually, somebody's going to run into somebody, or somebody's going to see somebody, and it's going to be bad. It might be a tragedy. I hope it doesn't happen, and then you're going to see what happens.
Let me interrupt you, Megan. I'm not putting your comment up on the screen because you're a fraud. My mother doesn't have any great nieces or nephews, and John Gotti beat your mother. Well, you don't know my mother. You do not know my mother, sweetheart. All 5'1" of her, you do not know. My father didn't call her Butch for no reason.
Hey, your father might have been the boss on the street, but your mother was the boss in that house.
My mother and father could duke it out, and she was pretty good. My mother didn't take shit from nobody, so go scratch your ass. But go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, not at all. That's funny.
I think that's funny.
So I thought about this 100 times because one of these guys in Florida lived 10 minutes away from me. And I thought about it. What would happen if I'd run into this guy at a gas station? What would happen? And then I just came to the conclusion. If I see one of these guys, I'm going to treat them like they're law enforcement or something. I'm not saying they're law enforcement, but they're on YouTube acting like hall monitors. But if I see them, I'm just gonna keep it pushing, acting like they're the police, and I'm gonna have no rap for them, and I'm just gonna keep it pushing. That's what I'm gonna do.
And you're a Cuban descent, right? You're Cuban. You got Cuban people around you, right? I mean, your family, you're Cuban, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so I'm just saying. So when they come on and say, "Oh, about this Cuban and that Cuban," I mean, you're a perfect example. You're Cuban, and you're over. You're fine, and you're doing your thing, and you ain't putting hatred out there.
Definitely, I just don't like informants, and I just call out the informants on their lives. That's all I do. I don't slander anyone.
No, exactly.
It is what it is. I thought about it 100 times because, guys, you don't know how close that one of these guys are to me. Right. Like I have to drive my son to school every morning and go to a certain location to go there's a good possibility I might run into this guy. And I thought about it 100 times. What do I, you know what? I'm just going to treat them like they're law enforcement, and I'm just going to keep it pushing. Hey, Caneshades, come over here, you piece of shit, you fat piece of shit. Just get in my car and go. They call me pussy. I'm not getting locked up.
Exactly. No, you're right. You're 100% right.
And
remember, they know how to trigger you. They know how to trigger you too. Yeah. So you might see them and they trigger you. Their new narrative is, rat lovers and rats want to call normal people rats, or your family's rats, or everything. That's their narrative. You listen. It's very simple. If I was a rat, I would join the other side and be a hero.
Yeah. So that
100%. And don't you love it when? Don't you love it when you have like these I don't even want to talk bad about them because I just feel like
it don't even matter. At the end of the day, it don't matter.
Planet long,
yeah, it don't matter. I mean, it's okay.
But don't you love it when they accuse other people of being rats?
Unbelievable. And if they can't
put up a reputable newspaper, they have to put up some online gossip thing.
Yeah, and then they say, if they can't prove you're a rat, then if they can't, there's nothing saying you're a rat. Then they say, well, well, you made this person be a rat, or you made your brother be a rat, or your brother's a rat, your nephew's a rat. I got, it's pretty sad. I mean, it's actually funny. It really, I got to laugh, to be honest with you.
And none of your people, none of your sentencing minutes are sealed, are they?
Exactly.
Neither is my brother's. My brother's
Exactly.
aren't sealed either.
And it's very simple to get them. Go on Pacer, go on everywhere else.
Yeah, exactly.
I like to see some of them people in the chats sentencing minutes.
Well,
but that's neither here or there. That's what they're going to do. They look for a spot to get you, and they do it. Listen, you know what I mean? The bottom line is stop talking about people and take care of your family. Be good to your daughters. Pay child support. See your kids. Don't worry about bad-mouthing people. Just live for your kids.
Yeah, exactly. And that's my main priority right now. And I'm not going to throw that away.
And you're smart.
I don't care. Hey, you fake Cuban, you fat piece of shit. You like racist, that racist MRE guy, UP. I'm just going to get in my truck. That's all. Finito, I'm leaving.
I know one thing. My two daughters, their husbands, their in-laws, they can walk anywhere in the city with their head held up high. My daughters, and my daughter's they've been doing it for years. So when some junkie scumbag heroin addict in Farmington, Connecticut wants to badmouth me, I got to have my friggin' head examined for even going back with them.
True. And that's why I say none of this is worth it. I think that they do this to people to, like, say in my case, they were, stalking and harassing me every single day. Maybe they thought I was going to go tell, some family members.
Exactly.
No,
right. Well, that's what they want you to do.
Exactly. And they want you to do it so that they could set you up and set these men up. And
look what happened to me. This guy over here, he doxed his own address and says, now Caneshades, if my window is broken or something happens, it's gonna be on you. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, what the fuck? What are you trying to do? Like, it's creepy, man. So that's why I'm not calling them law enforcement, because I have no proof, but they're acting like hall monitors on YouTube and they're doing weird cyber stuff. It's just weird. So if I see these guys, I really don't have no rap for them. They can say whatever they want. I'm just gonna keep it pushing. So.
Oh, look at this. The DJ says, I'm going to scare them in a different way. It's coming. Soul Glow threatened me under alias last week. We'll see. Oh, really? Like I said, stay away. That's all you got to do. Just stay away. Don't go in that chat. Don't go anywhere near them. Stay away.
And I you know what, Chicky, what happened to you? The same thing happened to me. It just, you're in the heat of the moment. You're like, what? You get in there.
Exactly. Well, like I said, shame on me. I shouldn't have. I fell for the the trigger. Somebody, it is what it is. It won't happen again. But
you simply just have to ignore. You simply just have to ignore.
They got me.
It's hard. Believe me, it's so hard to ignore.
I know, Angel.
I'm driving my truck with the two kids in the back seat, and I'm pulling over on the side of the street, texting. I go in a bird. I pull over, text again. I go, what am I doing? That was crazy.
Yeah,
they got me.
I can only imagine.
Hey, I gotta give them. They won. They won yesterday for the afternoon. If they wanted to rile me up, I'm an honest guy. They got me.
But can you imagine if they were 10 minutes away from you doing all this shit? Oh my God! Like, yo.
But they won it. They won it. You understand? But then once I investigated a little bit, and found out who this lefty junkie Guns was, I said to myself. I laughed. I said, this kid's got a lot of balls trying to abuse me. This kid couldn't walk in my shadow. And then that's what kind of woke me up. And I said, wow, if it was a tough guy, if it was a real guy abusing me, I could see. But this kid here who lays behind Dairy Mart and shoots needles with prostitutes, oh my God, what am I, nuts?
Well, I don't know nothing about his drug abuse, but is it fair to say he looks very sick? Like, he looks sick.
Listen. It is what it is. Like I said, it is what it is. If you're going to let a guy, anybody that's beneath you, say stupid, crazy lies and you get pumped up, then you deserve what you get.
Yeah. I got you.
I don't believe that they're agents. I believe that they are
Unconscious stool pigeons.
that I believe they're informants. I don't care what anybody says. I believe that they are informants. That's my belief.
Yeah.
And I said it from day one. Stay away. I told
I tell you the truth.
everybody.
I tell you the odds honest truth, Angel. If I would love to ask the guy, but I don't know what he would say. But I would love to have, I don't even know if he would do it, but I would love my probation guy to come on your show and tell them exactly the call he got, what they said. He would never say who, because he probably didn't know who did it. Probably was anonymous.
Yeah.
But I would love him just to come on and say, yep, approximately 4:10, whatever time I did receive, whatever. I would just love them to come on, but I don't think they do that kind of thing.
That's crazy. And I hardly talk about these guys, but in the beginning, I thought it was, some fellow Cubans from Miami. I'm thinking, oh my God, they're gonna talk about stories in the 80s and
I remember Caneshades.
yeah, I even went on the bodega, gave my approval.
Hey, you must have had you thought you had a little Cuban crew that was starting out.
I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have some new buddies here. and then he was even saying this channel, and I felt like I was deceived because he said this channel is an anti-rat channel. So I'm all excited, and then the Calandra thing happens. I'm like, what? I don't understand.
Listen, something? You guys are probably gonna you're gonna kill me for saying this, but I got to be honest with you. In my opinion, I got to be honest with you. Yeah, right. If Tony Soflo stayed away from all this shit, all this craziness, and he did a real show about things in Florida, Cubans, I'm telling you, and I don't know if you get mad at me or not, but he's got a voice for radio. He does. The way he jumps around and points and screams. But if he was talking about the right stuff, like his whatever, I don't know what he would talk about, but he's like, if he's talking about the right stuff, he could probably draw you in the way he's so.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking he's going to talk about Calle Ocho in 1988. He's going to talk about certain things that happened in Miami. The Willie Falcone thing, and I'm thinking he's going to be giving history in Miami. And all I got was some stupid thing about him on the party line in 1989 trolling people. That's the only Miami stuff I got from him.
It's too bad. It's too bad. Hopefully, people, everybody, hopefully they'll wake up someday and figure that if we want 20, 30, 50,000 subscribers, we got to go a different direction because this, not us, this show, but this mob genre shit, I'm telling you, you're only going to get to a certain level and that's it. That's it. And that's all it's going to be.
Mm-hmm. It makes me think that this was like some kind of agenda that he had, like
100%.
Like this was just a big ruse. Like this is what he was gonna do. Everything was planned, and that's what it was. So I don't know.
The whole thing is a sad affair, sad set of affairs.
Oh.
So no Jeopardy tonight.
It doesn't look like anybody.
No, let's do it another night. We're going to start it at 11 o'clock. We'll be going till 4 a.m. with Angel.
Yeah, nobody wanted to play.
Yeah, we need more than 2 people.
Yeah.
Maybe this weekend we'll do something. We'll get a couple more people. You got to have at least a couple more.
I would do it tomorrow night, but Aegon Targaryen is going to go on at 9.
And then 10:20 is
it's my show, and then Chicky
will be in the bodega.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good old time. Definitely, we're gonna have a good time.
Show up.
I'm gonna be there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I gotta take my nap. My nap's from 5 to 7. No, 5 to 8. I'll be 10:20. It'll be that's like my Friday night. Forget it. That's my party.
Well, you had like a family emergency last time, or something happened, or something.
Yeah. I was coming on for sure, but I my sister put me in a bad position over here, but she is all right now.
Yeah. When I first came on here, I never went after anyone. You know what I mean? I didn't come on here and start going after people. I was so excited that here were 3 people going after A-Light.
Yeah. That's
Would you
crazy.
ever- Hey,
And
Angel.
that's why it's so important what I'm doing right now. Like as far as my documentary thing, everyone was bashing A-Light, and then things changed. And I'm gonna put it. I'm probably in episode 3 how everything just changed. It's crazy.
And I got accused of paying every single one of them. Lee, FBS, and MRE.
Mhm.
Well, Angel, they say you're so broke. So if you're so broke, how are you affording all this?
I don't understand. I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's not Caneshades playing the guitar.
What they say? Oh no, that's my buddy Crangus. I have my buddy do an intro. Yeah. I have him. Lee wanted to have me get rid of the guitar player. He says, Caneshades, the first 5 minutes of your show is very important. You need to capture the audience. Get rid of that guitar player. Holy cool.
Angel, do you know Caneshades' number?
I got you. Remember?
Oh, you got my number?
Yeah.
Get my number from her or whatever.
Yeah.
All right.
This is the truth. Angel, you stuck up for Fat Bully for the longest time. And everyone was attacking you for sticking up for him. Yes. Now, let me tell you what happened. The night that they outed MRE, and MRE came on live to show his face, and, he was talking about it, and he was like, and we were all cheering him on. There were people in that chat that was so mad at me and cursing me out because they said, your friend did this. Your friend FBS did this. Meanwhile, I wasn't really even friends with him at that time. We were not friends. We stopped talking before he doxed MRE. He just notified me because he says he was so concerned that day. And meanwhile, he was full of crap. He wasn't concerned about me at all. But so many people in that chat. I don't know how many people how many were in that chat that night? Like 500-600? Do you remember that, Caneshades?
When you were on Lee Cole and Danny Trio show?
No, when MRE came out and showed his face for the first time.
Oh, there was close to about 400 in there. Yeah.
I think there was more than that.
400 or 450. There was a lot. And then it's funny because people in the comment section, there you had the Tom LaVecchia. Oh, you're a hero. You had the Nadu. Oh my God, instant classic. And then
they do sent him, I think, $100, or Tom, one of them. They do sent him 100. I don't know.
MRE, they sent MRE money.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he made some. Yeah, he made money.
I didn't go on the shows that much back then. I think I went on Angel, FBS. I didn't really go on maybe Gunsmoke a couple of times, but I wasn't into all the shows. So I can't. These guys, the same guys that are bashing them, were sending them all kinds of money.
Yes, and you're wrong.
Wow.
It was close to 600. I mean, 700. It was close. It was a phenomenal amount of people.
Wow.
And the best thing that they did was dox him. And MRE said it. He was ready for the day.
He knew it was coming.
He knew it was coming because he said he had 4 channels, over 1,000 subscribers. All he had to do was go ahead and just monetize that and make a little income off of it.
Listen, and another thing. Yeah. They said somebody in the chat heard his voice, and that's who doxed him. I got information from a big source that a handler got his information and gave it to somebody. That's what I heard.
Well, I heard Panisi knew.
But it came from a good source.
I heard that Panisi knew months ago. Like
Panisi and Bobby Luisi don't get involved with none of this bullshit, but he knew 8 months prior too.
Listen to me, and that's the truth. Panisi and Tom LaVecchia found out who he was. I don't think they knew his name. They got his picture, and Panisi put his picture up on his community page, but put it up with some fake story because MRE was holding his dog, and Panisi put it up like, oh, my friend so-and-so just lost his dog, and, a bull crap story, kind of like a threat, I guess.
Yeah, like to keep talking about me, and we're going to go further.
Now, here's the thing. MRE, I don't know if we ever discussed this publicly. MRE told me that the picture was on Panice's
community.
He trusted me. He's like, they know who I am. Go look at Panice's community page. You'll see my picture there. Do you know I wouldn't do it? I never went to go look. I never went to go look at that picture because I just really, truthfully, I didn't want to know who MRE was. It didn't matter to me.
Right.
So was there the whole time, and then Calandra had to go
there the whole time, exactly.
Yeah. Oh my God!
I knew just from hearing him a few times. He was definitely from my area. I knew he was from New England. I didn't know. I thought Boston. I maybe Providence. So when that came out, I was like, I knew it. Just his voice, I knew it.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know. Other than that, I didn't know.
I thought he was like a 50-year-old guy.
Me too. I thought he was close to my age.
Yeah, I didn't know him. When I seen him with the baby face, I'm like, oh my God, this is not the guy that I thought.
He said, no, but that's the whole thing. Nobody thought that was going to be the face.
See, when I seen the smoke video, the gun smoke video, I didn't believe it at first. I'm like, no, that's not MRE. But when MRE went live, I'm like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
They knew it was going to happen. Guys in Providence were telling me that knew him like prior. I didn't know who he was, but guys in Providence were going, listen, he knows it's going to happen. We all are waiting for it. That's what they used to tell me. A couple guys from Federal Hill that own restaurants out there that knew him. In Dino's restaurant, a guy over there, Anthony, used to say, Chicky, they know who the kid is.
Yeah. The whole town knew what was going on, and they kept their mouth shut. The whole town knew.
Yep, and this is the truth. Chicago Muscle Forever says Angel and I met going at it over FBS. She was loyal to him to no end. This is fact. I'm
going to put this on mute for a second.
And you remember Caneshades? Like you and I think got a little tiffy, right? Over MRE? Not MRE, FBS. Was that it? Or Jimmy Calandra?
It was. I was never a tiffy. I don't think it was a tiffy. It's just
not a tiffy, just like a.
I just choose not to watch the show because of
Yes.
Yeah, what was going on. So it wasn't. I didn't have no hard feelings. I didn't say nothing bad.
I didn't have hard feelings either. But that's what happened because I was his friend. He was my friend, and I wouldn't listen to what anybody was saying. Everybody saw it except for me. I never knew him to be a liar. Now I know he's a liar. He's a master liar, and he's a manipulator.
Yeah. Well, I knew this. I knew this way back. Like if you guys could just watch my little docu series that I'm doing, I knew it from the beginning. Yeah,
you did.
Yeah,
you absolutely did. And you tried to tell me, and I didn't listen. Everybody tried. My daughter did too.
He had snake eyes.
He has snake eyes. Vibes, snake vibes.
And I don't think I directly tried to tell you. I think
no, you didn't. You didn't.
I think I told one person to tell you, hey, cuidado, be careful.
I know. I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want, even Dominic, I didn't want to hear it.
So
I know, because that's the way that I am. I'm loyal. My mother says it all the time. I'm loyal to a fault. And meanwhile, look what he did. Or look what everything that he did, and look what he's done since then.
It's crazy. It's what, 5 months now? Was it 5, 4?
Yes, it's gonna be 5 months. What is it? Today's the 22nd. Yeah, the 26th. I'll never forget that date, April 26th. It was Kasparov's birthday.
Wasn't that kind of close to your birthday too?
Yep, it was 3 days before. My stomach was sick. I had such a sick. Oh, forget it. Such a sick. Like, what a piece of shit to do that.
Well, I'm just putting it out there. A week from Monday's my birthday. Just to put.
Really?
Put it out.
Yes, I wrote it down.
Just put it out.
October 10th. I wrote it down right in front of me. October 10th is Chicky's birthday.
We got to do a YouTube thing for him. we gotta do like a little party at
Yeah.
a
No,
stream party.
just get my number because me and you got to talk. I got some funny things. Just make sure you call me.
Okay. So you're gonna produce.
Yeah, I'm gonna be your producer.
All right, let's do
I
it.
got a couple of some ideas that are gonna make your head spin.
All right, let's do
I
it.
just don't know how. I'm completely computer illiterate.
Okay, I'm very creative. Whatever you
Yeah.
tell me, yeah, I help Lee Cole do his videos. I really like this. I really like video editing.
Yeah, let me see.
And then when I video edit, well, let me get this clear. When I video edit, I don't slander nobody.
Exactly. I'm not
I
into
use their
slandering
words, whatever they say.
That's
I
right.
put it out there. I don't slander them.
We don't slander people's daughters, mothers. We don't slander people's families. We don't do it.
Yeah.
My daughter's yelling at her little dog. She's yelling at Cujo. Tony Ubat's little Chucky is feeling better. She's getting better. She's better than she was yesterday. She's still walking very slow, but she is walking.
Little Chucky's gonna be fine. She's got Angel Nightingale right there.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not letting her leave my side. She's right next to me right here, too.
Hey, if I ever have an operation, I'm coming to home of Angel. I'm sleeping on that couch with a comforter.
You want to know the truth? You want to know who the best nurse in the world is?
Who?
My sister. My sister is the best there.
Really?
Unbelievable. Yeah, you just sit there and you put your feet up. She's got all these blankets and pillows and and she gives you the remote, and then she comes with the little tray of food, and she brings you your coffee and,
wow.
and your medication. And I can't tell you how many times she said to me, okay, you want to watch this movie? And I say yes, and then she gives me my pill, and then I never watched the movie. I fell asleep. She's there when I wake up, when I need my, like when I needed my other pain medication. She's there, and she puts the movie on again, and that's it. She put the same movie on like 4 times. I never got to see it. And I don't even remember what movie it was. How's that?
Well, speaking of your sister, I always wonder about this. Why didn't she ever sue that whole Jersey Shore thing? Because they took the whole damn concept and idea. Like
yeah, but that was no. See, she can't sue because that show was offered to her sons.
Imagine that.
They turned it down.
Oh, they turned it down.
Yeah.
Oh,
so what do they want? The sons? They want the 3 sons to get a couple of their friends and go down and rent the place?
Their friends, yes. And
wow.
But at the time, the sons had girlfriends who wanted,
right.
Oh, okay.
So that's what happened. But no, they were offered. It was offered to them first.
Wow. Can you imagine if they would have went with that? Oh my God.
Yeah. These casting calls that Carmen Gotti look like. Swear to God.
Oh yeah, for who was it? Paulie D's. Yeah, they wanted a Carmine Gotti Agnello look-alike.
Oh,
Some of these kids look like your nephews. Yeah, they were trying to go for that look. Yeah.
One of little Chucky's friends went to the casting call. But no, so she can't sue. They turned it down.
Yeah.
Tony Ubat says, Chicky, I'm dropping Becky O off at a spot for your birthday.
That's all. I can send her a Uber, whatever you call it, but I think I'll have a heart attack if she comes. I really do. I don't think I can keep up with her.
Oh man.
Cuban B. I think I saw. Did I see a fake Cuban B in Convict Inc.'s chat last night? Was that a fake Cuban B? Because I couldn't be you. It had a profile picture, but I couldn't see it because it was far. Yeah, thank you, Tony Ubats. Thank you. She is. She's right next to me, and she has no choice. She's like, I'm going downstairs tomorrow. I'm like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
No. Because I cannot take care of you from downstairs.
Is her work torturing her, Angel, or they're not calling?
Is it what?
Is her work torturing her or giving her time to rest?
Oh, yeah, no. She was on the phone all day with work.
See?
And I'll tell you, I got to know Cuban B, and I'm gonna tell you, all I could say is he's the real deal. He's the real deal. That's a good kid right there. Cuban B.
Yes, believe
Yes,
me, I know.
yes,
Cuban B's been here since day one as well.
yes.
So we got our own little Cuban community over here.
Yeah, we were supposed to do a show. Me and him. But the thing is that look, me and him, we came up with this concept called the Cuban connection. But
Right.
we were gonna get very personal. We were gonna talk about our relatives and,
Yeah,
and
right.
certain, you know. But then we were like, oh my god, with these doxers, and they're gonna talk about our grandparents and like like
Yeah,
so.
they'll use it against you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I went so personal where I had a song. My grandmother, she passed away a few years ago. She was 108 years old. She was born in
Holy
1912. And I had a song, her singing a song, a very beautiful song.
Right.
And I was gonna put that on the show. I believe I still have that up there, but
Yeah, don't put it
we
up.
were
Don't be
gonna
putting
we
it
were
in
gonna
porno
make the show
movies.
really personal.
Yeah. No, they'll
But
be,
in this community,
Yeah.
it's so hard to do personal things.
you can't because you know what? It
Yeah.
would have been a porno movie, and they would have put her singing the song for the background. music.
Yeah, and my God, man, you disrespect my grandmother. I don't know what
Yeah,
So-
no, you're right.
So
Truthfully, I don't give a flying crap what he has to say. He's nothing but a liar.
mm,
And we shall see. We shall
Yeah.
see what happens. That's all I'm going to say.
Mm.
So I don't really give a flying crap what he has to say. I'm sick of his his attacks on women. And somebody please go let him know that a woman is watching all of this. Just let him know that. But whatever. That's all I have to say.
Hey, in my avatar, you see a white thing or my face in my avatar?
I see your face.
Oh, good. Okay, because sometimes it comes like when I rewatch the show, it comes in a white mark. I can't understand why.
Yeah, me too. It happens to me sometimes.
It happens to everybody. I see.
Okay,
that
I thought I was doing something wrong.
I remember the first time it happened to Marla.
Right.
Yeah. So whatever. It doesn't. Cuban B, I think you, Cuban B, Carlos, Yankees for life. I'm trying to think. You were my first wrenches that I picked.
Yeah. Carlos was my first wrench too. Yeah.
What?
Carlos was my first wrench too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Carlos, Yankees for life. You, Cuban B, and Cromel.
Mm-hmm.
Kane, do you know the other guy too? That's over in Tony Soflo show. That is his good friend. He's Cuban. I don't know his name. He was on the other day. What's his name?
If you're talking, yeah, that's the guy that lives 10 minutes away from me.
Yeah, that's it. Whatever his name is. Yeah, they always talk about Cuban things or whatever. But he's another Cuban guy. I was wondering if you knew him too. Oh, that's someone that lives near you.
Yeah, and ironically, man, I don't even know if I want to put. Ironically, I've seen the guy way before this YouTube stuff. I've seen him at the flea market before at a tattoo shop. So I've seen him around.
Right.
Like this guy's so close to me.
Right.
Yeah. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean nobody's doing nothing. We're all just on here, no big deal.
Yeah.
Caneshades, what part of Cuba is your family from? I have many friends from Matanzas, Cuba.
Yeah, Santa Clara. My father was from Santa Clara, and then my grandfather was originally from Placeta, but he was born in Spain. My grandfather was actually born in Spain.
Wow.
And came to Cuba, yes.
Yeah, what made him go from Spain to Cuba?
This was like in the 20s. He went to Cuba in the 20s. Yeah. His family went over there. And my father's from Santa Clara.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And now nobody can go back to Cuba, or they can. They choose not to.
My father was going before my father died, he was going back. He was going back. Oh, he was the king of his town. He was, oh my God, they all loved him there. Yep.
Kate, let me ask you a question about Cuba because I'm really interested. I heard on the show the other day when they were talking about that there's a food shortage, whatever. Why is there a food? Like, they got money over there, I heard. not a lot of money, but why can't they buy food? There are no ships bringing food in, like from America. They won't let no ships. What is there, embargo? What's going on?
Yeah, there's an embargo, and you got the whole communist thing. Like the doctors make the same as like
Yeah,
the
I heard like
garbage people.
$30-40 a month.
Yeah, everyone's equal. Like
That's crazy.
They all make the same. They all make the. There's actually a great documentary on Netflix. I'll send it to you. You need to watch it. It's awesome.
Yeah,
about
I would
Cuba.
love to because I'm interested. Like
Yeah.
especially when they said about even if you got money to buy food, there's like with the restaurants, you can't even get food there.
Yeah, and the internet now.
Yeah.
Now you have to wait in line for like an hour or 2 hours to get to the internet.
To use like
You gotta to use social media or go online. You have to go on in the lobby and you have to wait like an hour to get
Listen,
there.
America people ain't got a clue, or people living in America, they ain't got a clue how good they got it.
Oh man, much respect to the Cubans that come over here and work their fucking ass off,
Listen, and
man.
let me tell you what about Cubans. Like the old Italians, they are hardworking people. I knew there's a little Cuban area in my area, and they are hardworking people.
Definitely. Well, my phone is dying, Angel. I gotta tell you something. Someone's at the door.
So much.
Angel, I'm gonna bid off too. All right, I'll talk to you. I hope you go on tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Saturday, whatever. Because I'm gonna definitely go on Caneshades tomorrow.
All right, good. You
All
said
right.
it last time and you didn't.
I will.
You had
I had a little problem last time. I had to wrestle my sister to the ground. She was acting crazy.
That's right. All right.
All right, I'll let you guys go. Goodbye to the chat. As always, it's a pleasure. And tell Chucky I hope she has a good night and feels better tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
All right, I'll talk to you.
Bye, Chicky.
Ciao.
Bye. I booted him. Yeah, now you want to play Jeopardy after they both got off? Mr. Smith. They both got off. So, let me just do this again.
Jeopardy?
Yeah, now it's too late.
Bedtime.
Let's see. FBS, eat some bananas. Seriously, eat a banana.
You probably choke.
Yeah, exactly. And that's it for me, everybody. Thank you so much. I want to play Jeopardy too, but only if I get 500 points a head start. We'll see. Maybe we could do that. Yes. I was going to do that too. I was going to close off with saying, here is your reward. Stupidest comment of the day, because you putting up that picture made me laugh. It didn't irritate me at all. But it did show people how you're full of it when you say that you hate my father. It made me laugh though. So that backfired on you, didn't it? Good night, Victoria Young. Good night, Mark Schumacher. And you have a great night, Angel. Everyone in the chat, have a great night and stay blessed. Now give us the boot. Yeah, chocolate-covered banana for dessert. Good night, Chicago Muscle. And let me just do this real quick. Good night, Gino the Nose. Good night, Mike Slick. Mr. Smith, good night. Ron Gross, good night. Everybody, Chicago Muscle, Maureen, Peter, Cheryl the Regulator. Everybody, good night. And have a great night. And thank you all so much. Hit the like button, please.